What's up, guys? Hey, yeah, it's kind of slow today. I mean, listen, it's been slow every day for the most part. We've somehow found a way to make money most of these days, but like, hey, it's been pretty slow. That's all I can say. You know, here's eyes. We're looking at eyes. We got FAMI, rip it up, but here's our list. We're going to build another list. VTNR, FTech, IHT, Sono. Let's gap it up. A little bit more expensive, but hey, we'll watch it and trade it probably. I see like IBIO show up on the list. Are we gonna have another red day? I don't know, bro. We'll see, man. Yeah, for sure. Hey, what's up, Mark B? My Cajun brother. What's up, man? How you doing, dude? What's up, Giselle? Alright, it's a slow day. I mean, what can I say today, guys? I mean, listen, we have VTNR. Here's our list, basically. This is basically our whole list. We'll go ahead and build it in a second. We got VTNR. You got LHDX. Man, I miss coffee, guys. I can't even lie. I miss coffee. Like, usually I would get up at the thought of coffee. Now with no coffee, I'm just kind of like, man, I'm going to hit the snooze button a little bit. I'm starting the stream later. Dogecoin is incredibly slow today. There's not really anything going on in Doge. And so it's like, we can watch Doge, but it's kind of slow today. You know, AMC is more so the one we're watching. Look at AMC. It's up to 11, guys. Gap it up to 11. We'll see what happens here. My swing trade on AMC, I don't even know what it is. I've been holding it for like a month. But it's looking good. It's looking good. I got in at like 920s. And it's looking good. I'll take it. I'll take it. Then we have like eyes here that moved up some yesterday. Had some good movement earlier in the morning. Now it's a little bit more slow. But we're watching it. We got LHDX here, which technically red, but it had some really big movement before the closing bell yesterday. And then even though it gapped down in pre-market and after hours this morning, or in after hours and pre-market this morning, I should say, it still had a decent amount of volume, and it's making big percentage moves. And so because of that, we're watching this one as well. We'll see what happens here for LHDX. We got GLG trying to make moves here as well. We got like ETRN, NAKD trying. GameStop's back up a little bit here, so GameStop's not doing too much, but we're watching AMC for sure. Nice gap up here. We'll go over all the catalysts in just a second. Let me know what your favorite stock is right now. What's up, Ben? Oh man, I need some coffee. I wonder if I can make something like some really mild coffee. Y'all think I could do that? I really want to. But yeah, AMC's kind of the best looking one right now. I mean, we got like VTNR gapping up, pretty low volume though. We got like FTech gapping up, same thing, pretty light volume here. And aside from that, I mean, we do have like Sono here, SONO pushing up some. But like, I don't know what it's trying to do either. But we're watching it too. But we got like eyes. OCGN is gapping up, I guess, some after a big drop yesterday. Whatever happened to SOS, man? SOS is almost under $3 now. Almost under $3. What is SOS doing here, guys? I kind of want to buy the dip. I can't even lie. I kind of want to buy the dip. Should I buy the dip on SOS, team? Shall I or shall I not buy the dip? What do you think? Yay, nay? Good, bad? Hey, that's rough, Swa. Hey, what's up, Leo? I don't trade warrants at all, John. So yeah, John, sorry, bro. I don't trade warrants. I stick to common shares. And that's it. So like warrants are gonna be traded differently, sure, but I have no idea how to trade them. It's just a different niche than what I'm mostly doing. I've been hating on SOS forever, bro. I talked about SOS the other day, dude. SOS has been one of the most divisive stocks on this channel. It really has. It's been one of the most divisive stocks that we look at here on this channel. It's like everybody getting weird, you know, with us regarding SOS. Like I try to be honest about it. I can look at both sides. But anytime I say anything slightly considered negative here about SOS, we got a certain percentage of people that are just like, nah, bro, SOS is the future. It's kind of like, stop fanboying it, man. Stop fanboying stocks, guys. Like, I get it. You might have watched some YouTuber's video pumping up SOS, and he might have told you SOS is the future, it's healthy, it's going to go up a huge amount, and all this stuff, right? And so now that you hear the negative stuff, you're just kind of like panicking. I get it. But don't get mad at me. Don't shoot the messenger here, guys. It ain't my fault. You know? And so in the end, you can't get mad at me for SOS's demise. It ain't my fault, guys. Hey, thank you, John Bianchi. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm okay, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm good, guys. Like I said, I'm back home. Everything's back to normal for the most part here. I just have this PICC line IV in my arm. You can't see it. I put a shirt over it right now. I'm not this swole. You know, these aren't my muscles here. This is a PICC line in my arm, but hey, you know. But aside from that, I'm good. I feel fine, you know. So hey, I appreciate the thought, guys. We got ACRX trying to pop up here. Trying. We still got eyes. We're kind of looking at IHT kind of here. Yeah, I think one of the bigger problems here, guys, and I think this is really what's going on. So I think if you're kind of confused about, I think if you're kind of confused about why it's been so slow the last few days, it's just traders have stopped trading the market as much. It's something that I've noticed. I've noticed it with other streams too, where we're just getting less people here on this stream. There's less volume in the markets overall. There's less gaps. There's less volume in crypto as well. Like if we look at the crypto market, let's pull that up. Yeah. Oof, man. Look at my portfolio, man. Yeah, the crypto markets are down too. We're bleeding red everywhere, guys. Look at this. This is the crypto market. Uni down 10%. Ethereum Classic down 22%. Algorand down 10%. Cardano is the only one that has succeeded today. Doge down 20%. And then we got Orchid down 11%. So yeah, we're down big, guys. I mean, everything's down. And I think people are just trading less today, unfortunately. AZRX, guys. I see AZRX pop up here. All right, we can go ahead and start building our watch list for stocks. All right, so the first thing we're gonna throw AZRX on this mix, on the list here, and let's go ahead and look up the news for AZRX. I see this would gap it up. We can go ahead and peep out the news here for it. All right, so AZRX, which is AzurRx Biopharma, they announced the interim data in a phase 2 clinical trial of their MS-1819 in combination with the PERT. They said the data indicates combination led to clinically meaningful improvements in primary efficacy endpoint. So positive trial results and data that came out for AZRX is what this one really boils down to, is positive trial results and data. It's a cheap stock. It's under 80 cents, and so there's really two levels I'm looking above us. We got we got $92, the pre-market high right here. And then, I mean, I don't know what we're going to get with the rest of this. I just want to see it over 75 right here. We'll see. And we also got this low at like 76 we could watch. But these two levels, we'll see what happens here. Until it gets more volume, I'm not super interested in it, to be honest. We got FTech here, though. FTech's pushing up. I don't know what the float is here for FTech. Here's FTech. Gap it up from 190s to 244s here for FTech. Let's go ahead and look at the catalyst. It looks like yesterday the company reported better than expected first quarter EPS and sales results, probably in after hours. So yeah, in after hours they dropped better than expected results, better than expected first quarter EPS and sales results. So FTech is gapping up from 190s to 243 here. We'll see if it holds over the VWAP. I think that's what most people are waiting for. And we'll watch these levels above us. We got this level below us here at 230, a lot of confirmation at 230, and then we got a little bit at 225 as well. So this is the range I'm looking at for FTech here. We'll also probably watch this low right here if it does break under this, but this is the range that we're paying attention to for FTech. We're going to see if it breaks out of any of this range here, and if it does, then maybe we can base some trades around that. But that's what we're looking at for FTech, and we'll see what happens. CYAD is another one. Now, this one is certainly not one of my favorites. The volume's just a little bit low on this one, but it's gapping up. It's got some type of catalyst. That positive data from a multiple myeloma cell therapy came out, and they dropped that yesterday. Positive data from the phase 1 immunicity trial of non-gene edited allogenic CAR T candidate CYAD211 and relapsed refractory multiple myeloma at the European Hematology Association virtual conference. Nailed it. Anyways, but yeah, positive chart results for CYAD. The volume's still too low, but just because it had a good catalyst and it's gapping up some, we'll watch it to see if volume increases here for CYAD. The only levels I'm really watching, 275 right here looks good. We got 650 above us, and then we got about 630 down there. And we'll see what happens on the rest. You know, maybe if it gets down to 6, we'll keep an eye on that too. But that's mostly what we're watching for CYAD here. We also have VTNR. Now, this one looked better about 10 minutes ago. It's since fallen back down, I should say. And here's VTNR. They dropped first quarter EPS of 1 cent profit, better than the 1 cent loss estimate they put in. Sales of 58.08 million, which was better than the 48.65 million estimate. So better than expected results here. Better than expected results here for VTNR, and it is gapping up some. We're going to look at the pre-market high, this 175 level. You know, maybe 150 down here too if it gets some good movement, and then maybe this here. But that's basically it, what we're watching for VTNR. We'll see what happens there as well. LLIT looked better earlier. We got IHT gapping up some, and it's all right, but it's just down. It's just kind of a rebounding bounce from earlier. We do have LHDX from yesterday, and even though this one's gapping down some, you can see the importance, guys. Okay, listen. You can see the importance of documenting levels. You really can here. Okay, so like I drew these levels out, all 4 of these levels. This one, this one, this one, and this one. I drew those out yesterday in either pre-market or slightly after the opening bell. It wasn't far, it wasn't much past the opening bell if I did draw any after that. But you can see the significance of documenting these levels and what I'm doing here, because if you look at what actually happened with LHDX, look at this level here. Look at this. Like, this is why technical analysis is valuable, because you can predict these kind of bouncing levels and buy pullbacks into them, basically. Or do whatever you want. You can wait for those levels to break and then, you know, do whatever you want with those levels. But even here, you know, you can see how well this one followed this low at 635 that we talked about. Like, they just follow these levels a large percentage of the time here. And there's a lot of trades to base around these levels. And so with that, we can look at some new levels now. We're looking at 8 for sure. I think we got like 750 up here. That looks interesting. That's about it. So I don't see anything else after that. Maybe like 711 here, but we're going to keep it at 7. I think that makes sense. And yeah, we'll wait and see what happens here. But we're going to watch LHDX here. We're going to put on VTNR. And we're going to watch those as well. I see one show up on my scanners here for Benzinga. It's PALI. PALI starting to move some. And it looks like the reason this is up is because they received FDA Fast Track designation for their LB1148 for the reduction of adhesions following abdominal and pelvic surgery. So FDA Fast Track designation is usually a pretty good thing. We're going to look at the pre-market high up there. We got $6 right here. We got 650 right there. That's basically it. We're going to look at this low, I guess, at 625 too. But, so these 4 levels are what we're watching for PALI, and we can throw this on the list. We're also looking at Sono here, and we're going to save AMC for last. Like here's Sono, a little bit more expensive than I generally trade, but they posted second quarter results yesterday that were positive in after hours. Second quarter results that were positive. EPS of 31 cents profit, up from a 34-cent loss year over year, and better than expected second quarter sales. They also received good fiscal year 21 sales guidance that was above estimates as well for Sono. And so we're looking at this. We got the pre-market high up there. We got 36.50, which is confirmed a bunch, to be honest. 35 down there. We could also look at like 35.50 here too. So these ranges are what we're mostly watching for Sono, and we'll throw this on the list as well. But yeah, I think that's about it. I mean, we're going to look at AMC now, of course. And AMC, we're going to go over a few different news releases to see if we can figure out why AMC is moving like it is here. Alright, so I see something that said National Sen Media is going to participate in the Goldman Sachs 6th Annual Credit and Leveraged Finance Conference. Hedge funds are looking beyond equities for short bets. Let's see if we can figure out why AMC's up today. Does anybody know? We're looking it up now. AMC's gapping up nicely, though, and it's looking good for my 920-something position that I have in AMC. Alright, so fun fact, AMC has had 4 green days in a row. So we got green, 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 green. So green, 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 green. So AMC has been on a nice uptrend here. Look at the uptrend on AMC. It's been looking good. Here's the trend. So AMC's trend is looking solid. So maybe it's finally rebounding after we had some... I'm looking at 1080. I think 1080 is a big level here. We also got 1115s, or 1150, I mean. But look at the trend. So we have been trending up for AMC. It looks good. Looks good. I don't know if it's going to continue, of course, but I'm holding it and I'm hoping it does. Here's IHT. We're going to look at IHT as well. Alright, so here's AMC, and I gotta say, the daily chart's not looking that bad. You know, not looking too bad here for AMC. We got anything else that looks good? But we're watching AMC for sure today. We'll see if it goes up. We're waiting for it, guys. We're waiting for this. Hey, what's up, Captain? Batman the Day Trader, bro. I need to change my name, bro. Look at IDX, guys. IDX spike it up here. So Ideanomics signed a definitive agreement to acquire Cali-based U.S. Hybrid. So US Hybrid is now being acquired by Ideanomics. It signed a definitive agreement to acquire 100% of a privately held US Hybrid company in cash and stock consideration, and the material terms of which are disclosed in a 8K filing that they did. It's subject to customary closing conditions. But yeah, they're basically buying US Hybrid, and they are up because of it. So IDX is up. We're going to throw this on our list too. And I'm still looking at FTech. I mean, FTech is still on the list. We'll see if IDX can hold here. Like a lot of these, the float is larger, to be honest, with a lot of these. So like, we'll see what happens now with these, but. How do I mute the sounds here? Mute the sounds, bro. I don't want the sounds. Oh, there we go. Alright, good. Alright, cool. Alright. Alright guys, so IDX falling back under the VWAP. Doesn't look that great. I see LKCO here. A little dull. Let me know if you guys see anything else. I'm seeing IHT, that kind of looks good. Alright guys, let me know if you guys see anything else. Again, we're still looking at PALI here. PALI is not looking that bad. I mean, it held most of its gains, and it's still pushing up some. So we're still looking at it. We're still watching it. I don't know what we want to do with it, but hey, we're still watching it. I see LOIT, I see LCO, I see WKHS, which has been pretty volatile lately. Workhorse, it's an EV play. And so we're definitely watching this. We're going to see what we get with it, but we're certainly watching it. I also see CSPR show up on the list here, guys, but we're mostly watching AMC today. I mean, AMC's getting volatile. It's had 4 green days in a row, which I'm kind of excited about, to be honest. I'm really excited about this. We're going to see if it actually holds, but I'm pretty excited about it. LHDX is probably the next one on my list here. Here's LHDX. But again, if I show you guys crypto, look how bad crypto is. Just a slow day for sure. Here's Uni, Algo. I can't remember what this one was. This is Cardano, Doge, and OXT. So mostly everything is down. And we can take a look at Bittrex in a second as well here. Just so you guys can see what the rest of the crypto market looks like. But it's pretty slow. And so we're focusing mostly on stocks today. That's why I didn't put Dogecoin in the title, just because it's been a slower day for sure. So yeah, AZRX didn't end up holding. We still got FTech on the list here that we can watch. We still paying attention to XX. I see PALI is probably one of my favorites right now. It's still a very slow day, guys. It's a slow day in everything, to be honest. There's not much action going on here. Alright, so we'll see if it bounces here at 680s. I'm not necessarily opposed to trading this at 680s. I see Mark show up. I do see MARK show up. Alright, let's see what Elon tweet. Let's see Elon's tweets here. Let's check out Elon's tweets. We got a lot of talk about Elon's tweets today. We'll check them out. Alright, so here's Elon. Oh, man. Alright, so here's what Elon said, and I think this is influencing... Of course this is influencing the crypto market, guys. This is what Elon said. Elon said, quote, Tesla has suspended vehicle purchases using Bitcoin, and we are concerned about rapidly increasing use of fossil fuels for Bitcoin mining and transactions, especially coal, which has the worst emissions of any fuel. Cryptocurrency is a good idea on many levels, and we believe it has a promising future. But this cannot come at a great cost to the environment. Tesla will not be selling any Bitcoin, and we intend to use it for transactions as soon as mining transitions to more sustainable energy. We are also looking at other cryptocurrencies that use less than 1% of Bitcoin's energy transaction. And so that's the news. I think what a lot of people are going to be watching is the next coin that Elon jumps on, because I think Elon jumps on a few different coins, and because this kind of cryptically, not so cryptically, I guess, said that they're going to be looking at other cryptocurrencies for potential, means that I'm going to be watching what Elon says and try to take advantage of what Elon might be buying. Let's see if we can figure out what the next coin Elon's jumping into is, and I think that's an interesting thing to watch. But yeah, that's what Elon said. He said it 13 hours ago. What do you guys think is going to happen here with that? What do y'all think? They got out of a decent sized position before he announced that. Yeah, Mayor Raya destroyed. Yeah, I mean, hey, what's up, West Virginia? Hey, what's up, West Virginia? Hey, thank you, bro. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, 100%. And a common thing that you'll see in the market, guys, a lot of the time is like what you'll see happen is like you'll see everybody move from one thing to another, as 2A is saying here. Like even in penny stocks, right? Like penny stocks, you'll see the money flow from one to another to another to another. And so you'll see the money flow from different stocks and securities back and forth to what ultimately has the most volume and hype surrounding it. Like in this stream over the last week, it went from Dogecoin to Shiba Inu to all these different vehicles. And you know what I mean? Like, we'll see what happens with some of these, but a lot of people are just following the money around, which is what you're supposed to do. In turn, though, a lot of these don't sustain. They just don't sustain, unfortunately, and it's something you got to look at objectively, guys. It really is. Here's Sono. We're watching Sono, though. Here's AMTX. We're looking at AMTX as well. But here's AMC, guys. And AMC is up. We're at 1080s now. Let's see what happens with AMC. Still showing about 21% short float for AMC. For GameStop, we're looking at 21% as well for both AMC and GameStop. Still looking at Fubo here. Here's Fubo, but it had a big drop. Endeavor's still up, so the UFC stock is still up. But yeah, we're looking at AMC. We're going to see what happens with it. We also saw IDX pop up, but ultimately it never held and it crashed back down. Yeah, what's up, Todd? Yeah, crypto taking a hit for sure. Yeah, I mean, look at the crypto markets right now. Everything's down for the most part here. Here's the crypto markets. We got Bitcoin down 13%, Ethereum down 14%. We got Doge down 20, Ripple down 14, Bitcoin Cash down 18, Litecoin down 17, Chainlink down 13, Lumen down 15, EOS down 21, Ethereum Classic down 20, Tron down 15, Filecoin down 17, Monero down 15, Atom down 12, Tezos down 15. And so, you know, we got some drops. We'll see what happens here, though, guys. Like, we'll watch it. I see SBBP showing up on the scans, guys. SBBP. Still kind of looking at LGHL here. I don't know if it's going to sustain. We'll throw it on the list just in case. What? I'm curious to see. So I know SOS is mining, but I almost bought the dip for SOS, but I just didn't. I stopped myself from it, but I should have, I guess. But you know. But yeah, Mara, I'm sure, is down big. Riot down big. You know. Bitcoin mining companies. Bitcoin just being down, that's gonna affect a lot of different things. Here's Bitcoin. There's PALI trying here too. Hey, my man Richard Beto. Hey, thank you, my boy. I appreciate that. What do you think of BTT? Yeah, check it out. So BlackRock, this one right here. Okay, so, you know, it's not one that I would generally day trade, but I think the trend looks good, and I'm gonna preface this with like, yo, I'm not an investment professional. We're not liable if you lose. We don't know which way these are gonna go, and you always gotta make your own trading decisions and just trade responsibly, guys, because I don't know what these are gonna do. You know, of course, like you guys know me. If I'm not anything, I'm honest, and I have no idea what these are gonna do. I just don't know. I don't know what these are gonna do. We'll see. We'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, so we're looking at this. There's a few good things about it. Number one is that we got this trend here. This thing is trending really nicely, and it's moving up. It's heading up. Really nice range here. You know, it's been following this range to a decent amount here, which means other traders see this range. So here's the range that we can watch, and I like the range between 25.25 and basically 26.25 is really what it is, like maybe here. The range might be widening a little bit. That's probably about more accurate here. But yeah, I like the range between 26.25 and 25.25, that $1 range, and it looks good. It's steady moving up. I don't mind this pullback, but I don't know if it's going to continue up. But like I do see this pullback here at 25.50. Let's see if it holds. It's just not one that I would generally day trade. But, you know, it's on a dip. We'll see what happens with it. To me, it doesn't look bad. But, of course, guys, I really don't know what any of these are going to do. And you just got to trade smart and trade responsibly. But that's what I see with this one. For me to day trade it, I would certainly need more volume. But the trend doesn't look bad, I guess is what I'm trying to say. It's going up slightly, and it looks good. So we'll see what happens. I appreciate the $5. Also, guys, Carol's going to be finishing our exercise with us today. So that's $5. That's 5 squats. So one donation equals 1 squat. Carol's going to be doing it today since I'm sick. I guess I could do squats too, but I probably shouldn't, so I'm just going to make Carol do them. But yeah, thank you, man. I appreciate the donation, brother. Thank you, dude. Oh, Richard, you were referring to the crypto? Oh, my bad. Here, I got you, bro. Oh, we looked at BTT anyway. Here, let me check it out. Hold on one second. I can check out the crypto. My bad. BitTorrent. I mean, to be honest, guys, looking at this, it's downtrending. You know, let's remove this for a second. Like, it's downtrending. Here's the last month. And so BTT is downtrending. So that's what I see. I don't know what it's going to do, but it's downtrending for sure right now. I mean, look at the last month. It'll make some spikes every now and then, but over the long-term direction of it has been down over the last month. Now, a 1-year chart looks good, and if you're looking at it from a much longer-term basis, I think the longer-term chart looks fine. You know, it's almost up to 10 cents. At some points, it's at, like a little bit over half a cent. And so it got over 1 cent. So, I mean, I don't hate it. We'll see what happens with it. I don't mind the daily chart. The daily chart looks good. The monthly chart looks bad. It's been dropping over the last week. But hey, maybe it's a dip. Like if we look at the long-term chart here. Over the last hour, it's kind of moved up some. So if it could hold here and continue, I don't know if I hate it. But the daily chart looks good. Short-term chart doesn't look great. But maybe it's a good pullback zone. It's got 5.71 billion market cap. It's down about 15% in the last hour. So yeah, I mean, hey, I think the daily chart looks good. It's hard to identify major levels here. Let me see if I can look at it on Bittrex. Yeah, I think it's hard to find anywhere else. It's an altcoin, so it's hard to find anywhere else. But we'll take a look at it. I'll watch it. I'll watch it today because of that for sure. If you had an average of 35 cents on Doge, would you be worried? Not really. I mean, I'm not worried regardless. If I have a winning position in Doge, I'm not worried regardless because I could just get out break even if I need to. You know what I mean? And that's probably what I'm going to do on the rest of mine. Like, I'm holding it long term. My average is 28 cents. And so because of that, I'm not super worried about what Doge is going to do. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter to me what Doge does. I'm in a favorable enough entry with Doge to where it doesn't really matter. You know, it doesn't really matter what it does until it gets to my entry level, you know, so I could just basically hold it to my entry and get out break even if it pulls down there on the rest, because I've scaled out along the way. I've taken profits along the way, which is what I think most people should be doing when they're trading these really volatile cryptocurrencies. Take profits sometimes, guys. There's not a bad thing. Like, don't let the nonsense, never sell, hold it, you're a B if you sell, you know, you're weak if you sell. Don't listen to them, man. Like, they don't have your best interest at heart. They don't know what it's going to do either. Like, they're just scared that it's going to drop and that selling makes it drop. But you're going to be the one losing money if it does. And nobody knows what's going to happen with it. And so in the end, guys, my general method of trading these type of things is if I'm up big, I take some profit. You know what I mean? Even if I'm up 20%, I take some profit. That way, if it drops, I'm still safe. I'm still fine. And if it goes down, what I like to do is if I get in at a good enough spot and say it goes up 20, 30, 40, 50, 100%, whatever it is, right? I take profit and then I hold the rest break even. And so I ride it up and I take profit, so I'm protected, and I bank some money. Most of the money, in fact. In this specific, on my last Dogecoin trade, I took 75% off. I'm holding less than 20% of what I had left because I've scaled out a few times. But that's my point, is that now my entry's 28 cents. It's sitting at like 40 cents now. Even if it drops to 28 cents and I get out on the rest, break even, I'm still up huge on that trade. I'm still up huge. And so, you know, it's something that you'll learn along the way. Again, there's going to be a lot of sensationalist BS that floats around out there, like, don't sell, you're a paper-handed bee, you know, you should never sell. And those people don't have your best interest at heart. They just don't. Don't listen to them. Like, they're just trying to manipulate the price. And to be honest, they're not powerful enough to do it. All right, so you're basically listening to somebody that does not have your best interest at heart, and you just want to look at it for what it is. And listen, if you're up big, do what you got to do to protect your trade. You know, that's what you got to do in any trade, really. Elon has been a pseudo-intellectual. What a ridiculous statement. What a ridiculous statement, bro. All right, you're saying Elon, billionaire, you know, created the first real successful electric car company. You know, created rockets that are flying to the moon next year, and created literal remote-controlled rockets. Yeah, he's a pseudo-intellectual. It's all BS. He's like Joe Rogan. You know, come on, bro. Like, I get it, y'all are mad about what he said. Like, come on now. Like, y'all be real. I don't know if you're joking. I can't tell if there's sarcasm in that. But let's be honest here. You know. Look at PALI. Now, this is definitely my favorite one right now. This one looks the best. It has the best volume. It looks the most solid out of everything else that's on the list today. Out of everything else, this one looks the best. Good volume, good movement, over VWAP. Probably a pretty small float. Not 100% sure there with the float comment, but probably a pretty small float. We'll have to wait and see what happens with it. Alright, so looking at PALI here. 2.8 million in the float. Pretty small float for PALI. Good news. FDA fast track designation for their LB1148. Biotech company. So FDA fast track designation that just dropped. Good catalyst. Good volume. Low float. Under 3 million. This is probably the top one on my list today. Probably. This one right here. Let's look into PALI real quick, see if we can find anything else. Let's use Benzinga to do it. Yeah. Alright, so here's PALI using Benzinga. They received FDA Fast Track designation. They said, quote, Fast Track designation represents another positive step for the clinical development of the LB. Move this up a little bit. For the LB1148, and is a clear recognition of the serious need that exists for patients looking to avoid long-lasting and serious complications from post-surgical adhesions. End quote. So Fast Track designation for PALI. It's looking strong. Really interesting chart here. Here's the yearly chart. Yearly chart's not great, but I mean, FDA Fast Track designation is a real catalyst. So we're looking at that. Yeah, PALI's probably making one of the biggest rips this morning. Alright, so this PALI ripping back up. It's at 730s here, guys. 730s for PALI here. We're going to see what happens. We're watching this. A lot of people are paying attention to this, too. Would you jump in PALI now or wait for a pullback? So if I was going to get into a pullback, it would have been this one right here, of course. But that's hindsight trading. I would need a pullback. I'm definitely not jumping in here. And I'm not saying that it's not going to continue up. I don't know. But I certainly am the type of trader that looks for more obvious pullbacks to take advantage of. I see WWR here gapping up some as well. WWR, this is Westwater Resources. They announced first quarter results that I guess were positive. Let me see if we can find anything else. Again, I'm going to use Benzinga for this, guys. And again, you can check out Benzinga. Really dope platform. This is Benzinga's platform here, and you can see a link in the description if you want to check out Benzinga. Now we're looking at WWR, and this is why Benzinga is useful. Conference call scheduled. You can see everything about the stock. We got a conference call scheduled for 11 a.m. this morning, 11 a.m. Eastern. First quarter earnings were released today before the open, and if we scroll down, we can see what happened with those results. You know, with Westwater Resources, the first quarter EPS was a 19-cent loss per share, which was better than the 82-cent per share loss year over year. And so that's the catalyst here. So better than expected results. Better than last year results as well for WWR. We'll see if the volume increases, but that's why Benzinga is useful. And again, check it out in the description if you want to see more info about it. Like, it doesn't just give you news, but it really alerts you on what you need to know about these different stocks. And, like, that's why it comes in handy. And I also use it as a day trader with these scans pretty actively. Here's OCGN. OCGN's still making a move. We're watching this one here. Let's look up OCGN. Same thing. We'll look it up on Benzinga. Alright, so you can see the chart here. Looking okay. All right, so apparently traders are circulating a Mumbai Mirror report that highlighted production capacity of the company's Covaxin vaccine will be doubled by May to June 2021. So from this month to next month, the production capacity of their vaccine is going to double, speculatively double. And so we'll see what happens with OCG, and that's the news. It also had a really big red day yesterday, and a lot of the times when we get these huge drops, we're going to get a rebounding move the next pre-market, and that's kind of what we're seeing here. We're up to 908. We'll see what happens there, but we're watching it, guys. We're watching it. But yeah, PALI, definitely the biggest one on our list today. Definitely has the most action, and it's what we're really paying attention to the most. Hey, thank you, Holistic. Yeah, I'm feeling better, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think Elon is more of a visionary as opposed to the actual engineer getting behind. But yeah, Elon, listen, it's undoubtable that it's self-evident that Elon is intelligent. It's obvious that Elon is intelligent. You know, it's one of those things where you can just tell. If you can read people well, and I think I can read people fairly well, you can tell Elon is intelligent. Now, the degree of that intelligence is a different story, and like, who knows? He's got to be, okay, I'll put it this way. In order for you to become a billionaire, and a really specific type of billionaire, a self-made billionaire, a billionaire that did not get mama and daddy's money, right? A billionaire that built it himself and created companies himself with little to no help from other people. You can't doubt their intelligence, you know, regardless of what you think or decisions they make. Listen, everybody doesn't make the best decisions all the time. You know, I believe some things that people would say I'm stupid for believing, right? But that doesn't mean I'm stupid. You know, same thing with Elon. Elon might do some things that you all disagree with, right? And in turn, those things might not be smart things to do, right? Regardless, just because he makes and I'm not saying any of this is a mistake, but just because he makes a decision that you would consider stupid does not mean he's stupid. He's obviously and self-evidently an intelligent man, and to become a self-made billionaire, you gotta be kind of smart. Let's just be real here for a second. I get it, y'all might disagree with his decision, and I understand why, right? I really do. I understand why, but in the end, it's gonna be a small dip, and it doesn't matter, you know. Yeah, billionaire with a B, you know. Yeah. I mean, I think I can read people fairly well, but maybe I'm wrong, you know. But I'm usually pretty decent at reading people, in my opinion. You know, maybe I'm not. But I think if I'm good at some things, I think one of the things I'm good at is reading people. And to be honest, you guys don't know whether I'm good at reading people or not, you know. And so, y'all can act like I'm not, but y'all don't know either, to be honest. I see RMO, not enough volume here to come with it. We got MVIS, which, you know, I've been holding this one for like a week. I'm only down $40 in it, but like, we'll see what happens with MVIS. Man, my TOS, man, we gotta figure something out here. My TOS has just been lagging like crazy lately. I know he's smart, so I'm struggling to figure out his end game. Surely he thought this through and didn't just fire off the cuff, right? I mean, guys, I think you gotta understand Elon. If you look at Elon, I think Elon, like, genuinely cares about our world. I think Elon is smart enough to understand the amount of power that he has in this world right now. I think Elon is smart enough to understand the sway he has over our future here. And I think Elon, understanding the power he has, is trying to make the best decision for our future, right? And so even though some people with Bitcoin that are holding crypto or that are holding Bitcoin and that are scared of the dip, even though they might not like his decision to say what he said, in the end, I think you gotta respect the fact that he's looking out for the world we live in. And I think listen, I would rather a billionaire that does that, even if it's inconvenient at some times, than a billionaire that is just completely oblivious to our future and that only cares about the present, making money, you know, and living lavish. That's the type of billionaire I want in my world. But, you know, again, there's going to be some inconveniences that come with that, and that should be a pretty understandable thing. You know what I mean? Listen, and if you're in Bitcoin, if you're holding Bitcoin long term, then the small, what was the dip? Like 15%? The small 15% dip is going to be relatively insignificant. I think it's probably less than 15%. But again, maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. Look at HRTX pop up here, guys. HRTX at 1910s here. You guys got a free rant today. I usually charge for these rants. A free one today, guys. A free one today. But yeah, we got HRTX popping off here. Let's look at this one on Benzinga. And again, this is why Benzinga is really dope. We got HRTX. This is Heron Therapeutics. First thing that we see pop up here is that they had FDA approval of their ZYN relief, or Zern Relief, HTX-001, for the management of post-operative pain for up to 72 hours. So FDA approval for HRTX, which is a good thing here. A good thing here, guys. If we look at the actual daily chart for this thing, it's not looking that bad. I don't mind the daily chart. If it can get it to hold over 20 bucks, it's not looking bad. And it's sitting right around there now. It's at it's sitting at 19, right around 20 bucks. So I want to see it get over this and actually hold over these levels. But we're watching HRTX as well here today. Alright, so yeah, and we'll see if PALI bounces right here at 7 bucks. Again, PALI is a small float, a legitimate catalyst, good volume. I'm liking this one for short-term movement today. I'm not saying it's going to continue going up. I have no idea if this thing's going to go up tomorrow or the next day or the next day. What I am saying is that I'm watching this one for short-term movement, and we'll see what we get with it. Again, we're holding AMC still from about a month ago. One of the longer-term trades I've been in lately. No problem with the dip if it's organic, not precipitated by the actions of one man. That was totally unnatural, though. I mean, guys, but what do you expect him to do? Like, listen, if you can't force somebody to continue to, like, if it's Elon Musk's business decision to stop accepting Bitcoin for Teslas, then it's his decision. He has to announce that. You know, he's got to announce it. It's going to get out either way. And so, sure, Bitcoin is largely catalyst driven when it moves like this, and sometimes it's going to be affected by these things. But it's inevitable. It's going to happen. You know, people are going to accept it, not accept it. you can't force him to continue to accepting it if he doesn't want to. And, you know, it wasn't a super big deal. He wasn't super open about it. He just made a post to his following that said, hey, look, this is why. He even prefaced it, or not prefaced it, but he even said afterwards that, that he believes in the future of Bitcoin, to kind of pad it. I feel like he said that a little bit, to kind of pad the drop a little bit, to kind of cushion, give it a little bit of a cushion with the drop. But what do you expect him to do? He's got to say it. You know what I mean? If that's what he's doing, that's what he's doing. He has to announce it. He can't just not say anything, you know, because then people would get mad at him for that too. You know what I mean? So it's like you gotta think of it from his perspective. Here's HRTX up to 21 bucks. 21 bucks. Up to 21.50, and again, this was FDA approval here for this one. We also have FTech here. Look at FTEK. FTech back up to 230s, testing that VWAP level. We're still within this range, guys. And to put it into perspective, I drew this line right here. I drew this line right here. Like, I drew this line right here, and then look what happens. It goes up, it comes down, it follows that line. This is why technical trading is important. What I want to add to the stream, guys, and what I've been really thinking about lately, is that is adding a technical time for the stream, so we can have tech time or technical time start at a specific time every day. I'm thinking we can do it at 8:30 in the morning. And so we can kind of look at some stuff, look at some technicals at 8:30, and then see how that goes. Let me bring up Discord. Sorry, if 2A, I'm sure 2A's been messaging me, being like, let me see, he's probably messaging me like, PALA is garbage, PALI is garbage. Let's see if I'm right. I swear I haven't opened up Discord yet, or even looked at my phone. Let's see. Okay, no. So 2A, I thought he would be talking smack about PALI, or not talking smack. Oh, look, there he goes. It's garbage. Okay, thank you, 2A. Yeah, he's a little late, but hey, it's all right. Yeah. Yeah, for sure. I know it is, but hey. I mean, listen, I'm not going to say 2A was right yesterday, but 2A was certainly right about eyes. Who said eyes was nonsense yesterday? 2A did, and this thing tanked at the opening bell. It eventually came back, but it's right back to where it started. So, like, hey, we're watching eyes, I guess, today, too. But y'all be careful. They're going to hit us with an offering sometime soon. Most likely, at least. I see EMAN. Why does this pop up here? You see this? It's like, oh, 14%. But yeah, I was trying to think of maybe doing a technical time for like 8:30 market time. I think that would be a nice little Alright, so we got HRTX here, FDA approval for this one. No, to be honest, 2A actually likes it when you buy short. Like, okay, to put it into perspective, 2A likes it when people buy his trades. Like, 2A is very open about needing dumb money to be into some of these stocks, right? And so with that, he's very open about liking long traders. What the heck is playing on my music? I'm intrigued. Let's see what this sounds. Sounds like I just walked into an Abercrombie and Fitch in the early 2000s. You're about to try to sell me some cologne. Yeah, offerings coming for sure. But yeah, what do you guys think of the technical time for 8:30 a.m.? We'll do it in 20 minutes. If we can get the likes up to where we need them to. If we can get over 200 likes by 8:30 a.m., let's make it a little bit steeper. What are we at now? We're at 85 likes. Yeah, if we can get over 200 likes by 8:30 market time, we'll do technical time. I think that's a good lesson. Or a good thing. Hey, what's up, Paul? Yeah, a lot of people. Hey, thank you, brother. The mall in the 90s. Y'all know. If y'all got that Abercrombie and Fitch joke, y'all know. Bro, you go to the mall in the 90s, you go to Spencer's, you go to Abercrombie and Fitch because, you know, you were all preppy. That was the preppy wave. You know, you go into Abercrombie and Fitch, you'd be like, you know, everybody be in there and there'd be colognes smell everywhere. Y'all know exactly what I'm talking about if you grew up in there. The youngsters nowadays, they probably don't know what I mean. You know. Anyways, we got Sono here. Hey, what's up, Paul? Hey, good to have you back, bro. Hey, thank you, brother. This song's kind of dope. I like this song. I could kind of feel it a little bit. I'm going to add this. Hey, what's up, Miranda? I hated Hollister. Hollister was the worst, bro. Like Abercrombie, you could kind of pull off. Like, I might still wear a polo shirt from Abercrombie as long as it didn't have, like, a pink horse or a pink Abercrombie symbol on it or whatever it is. But I can't do Hollister anymore, man. Hollister, like, listen, we all did through it. It was a fad in the early 2000s. You know, Hollister and Abercrombie and American Eagle. I still kind of like American Eagle. I don't really wear it like that. As an adult, I mostly wear t-shirts now, if you guys haven't noticed. Like, I'm mostly in t-shirts. I'm in t-shirts and I'll wear, like, long sleeve, kind of like button down, not really collared, but like buttoned shirts. Just because they're comfortable. Alright, so PALI breaking under the 690 level here, guys. Under 690s. We're watching this. Listen, I'll rock pink, Swa. Listen, I'll rock pink all day, bro. I got a pink shirt. It's one of my favorite shirts ever, dude. You know. But, like, it's not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just that, okay, on a polo shirt, if the little horsey is pink, I'm just not feeling that. It's just not my style. I'm just not feeling that. Right? If the shirt itself is pink, specifically like a dark pink, I'll rock that shirt. You know, I'll wear a pink shirt. I don't have a problem. I'm comfortable with my masculinity to rock a pink shirt. You know what I mean? But at some areas I draw the line. There's just some you know, there's a line in the sand, to put it into trading terms. There's a line in the sand where I gotta just say, nah, you know, I'm sorry. You know, and that line is mostly V-necks and pink polo things. Like V-necks, I'm never wearing like those big V-necks, never wearing those. That's my line in the sand, guys, you know. Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. It's like I used to make fun of my dad for wearing short shorts. Like, I used to make fun of my dad for wearing short shorts. Short shorts are comfortable now, bro. I can't even lie. You know, like, am I talking about like 80s short? No, never. But like relatively shorter shorts are comfortable, bro. You know, what can I say? And they make your legs look good. So like, what do you want me to do? You know, I made fun of my dad all my life, and now, you know, I kind of understand. Yeah, basically Corey, 100%, bro. Yeah, rock. Ooh, dude, you know what I just thought about I could do? Tell me if you guys like this idea. Some people are gonna say I'm begging for money. I'm really not. I'm trying to think of exciting engagements that we can bring to the stream. Right? Why don't we do this thing where if we can hit our target for donations on the day, we do some type of thing, right? Like, I hate mustard. If we hit our target for donations, I'll take a spoonful of mustard. I also hate vinegar. I could take a shot of vinegar. Would y'all like to see that or no? Let me know. Again, we're still working on our 200 likes to go to technical time at 8:30. So technical time is going to be at 8:30. We'll go over a lot of good stuff. And that'll be a way that people can torture us with donations, but I don't have to do exercise since I got this PIC line IV in my arm. And it's just an idea. We don't have to do it. I'm just brainstorming here. Here's PALI. Let's see if it holds at 680s. This was the other level I drew for this one, was 680. We'll see what happens there. Oh no, I don't know if I could do mustard mixed with vinegar. I'd probably throw up, dude. I'm not saying my parents were terrible. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying my parents were bad, okay? But the reason I hate mustard, guys, is because as a child, you know, a lot of parents make you, you know, put the bar of soap in your mouth if you curse or whatever. If I did something like really bad as a kid, my parents knew I hated mustard. They would literally make me sit down on a stool, stick my tongue out, and they would drip mustard onto my tongue as a child. All right? To this day, I hate mustard. I hate it completely. It's the grossest thing ever, and I blame my parents because it's their fault. You know, I might have liked mustard growing up. It wasn't for that. But that's a true story. I'm not even lying about that. That's a true story, bro. I have Benzinga. Put the mustard in the IV? No, not today. Maybe next time. Yeah, I could trade some OTC stocks if I see them interesting. AMC still sitting here at 1080s. We're watching this. PALI is the best looking one. It's falling back down though, guys. It is falling back down. Yeah, I'm using Benzinga Invest. You can check it out in the description. Dude, never would I do that ever two-way. It's a terrible idea. What is the support level? Here, I see this one right here at 650. But we'll see what happens. It's under 680. There's the big support level. It tanked underneath that. I see MLND. Nothing. PTIX on the scans, nothing. We're still looking at VT&R. It's still got a long way to go, though. SPR. HRTX is... Alright, so this is the top of the list. We got HRTX. We got PALI for sure. FTEC. FTEK. That's about it. I mean, of course we're watching AMC today. And AMC's up, and here's the trend. The trend looks good. Like, look at this trend for AMC. So the trend looks pretty solid for it. We're going to see what happens with it. We're watching the trend. No, I love ketchup, Jim. Which is really weird, and I know ketchup has vinegar in it, but that's the only vinegar-based thing that I like. I'll also eat a little bit of barbecue sauce, and I know barbecue sauce is a little bit tangier because of vinegar. But, like, pure vinegar is the grossest thing ever. I can't do it. Like, when I eat a salad, it has nothing on it. It has no dressing on it. I also don't like ranch. So I don't like ranch, vinegar, mustard, and mayonnaise. I'm not a condiments guy. Ketchup, I like ketchup. Barbecue sauce, I like barbecue sauce. But, like, mayonnaise, mustard, vinegar, and ranch, gross. Anything with those in it, I hate it, except for ketchup. Here's IHT. We're looking at IHT as well. No ranch? You weird guy, John. I know, guys. I'm weird. I'm sorry. I can't help it. That's a good idea for discipline. Give a kid a food they hate. Yeah, well, the problem, though, and the problem with my parents doing that to me is that I never have liked mustard since then. I'm almost traumatized from mustard. You know? Like, I'm almost traumatized from the mustard. You know? Because it's like, now I'm never going to do that. Like, Here's HRTX here. We're watching $20. There's 20. We're looking at that. Polynesian sauce isn't good. I love Tabasco. I like hot sauce and barbecue sauce. Yeah, for sure, Pete. Yeah, it's not that I don't like tomatoes. Like, I'll eat a tomato. Like, listen, if there's some tomatoes in my tacos, I'm about to eat the tacos, right? But I don't necessarily like tomatoes plain. It's not that I dislike tomatoes. I obviously love ketchup. But it's like, I just don't like regular tomatoes. Like, I won't take a bite out of a tomato, you know? But I'll eat it. Like I said, if they're in my taco, or if we got some tomatoes, you know, wherever, like, I'll eat them. You know, like we had some tabbouleh from a Greek restaurant yesterday, which had tomatoes all in it, and it was good, and I ate the tomatoes. But will I eat just a plain tomato for no reason? No. Do I enjoy that? No. Look, picture what my friends make fun of me about, guys. Picture what you ate as like a 10-year-old kid, and then that's basically what I eat now as a 30-something-year-old man. That's basically it. Anyways. Alright, guys, what's our likes at, guys? Because, again, in order to do technical time, we got to hit 200 likes. So what are our likes at, guys? Where are we at for these? Alright, we got 162 likes. It's still not good enough, guys. It's still not good enough here. We need 200 likes, and we got 6 minutes to do it. No, I never do that to my kids. I never do that to my kids. If I have to take something away, it's really easy in the technological age to take stuff away. Like, if I take something away from my kids, it's video games. Like, my son, no video games, he hates it. My daughter has a cell phone. She's basically 12. She's got a newer phone. No, not anymore, but she's got a cell phone. So my daughter, I can take away that cell phone, or I can cancel sleepovers on the weekends with her friends, right? With my son, I just take away video games, and he's miserable for a day. You know what I mean? And then he acts right. And so that's pretty much what we do. SOS is up though, guys. Look at SOS. It's at 3:30s here. We're watching this. We're watching this, guys. So SOS is at 3:30s here. Let's see what happens. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah. Hey, we're looking at AMC, guys. Hey, we're watching AMC here. Is that 1080s? We're watching it, guys. We'll see what happens with it. Yeah, so with positive reinforcement, let me make sure I get this right, because we had some guy that got mad at me. I can't remember who it was. He got mad at me because I didn't know the positive and negative reinforcement. So positive reinforcement would be like if your kid got an A on a test, then you reward them with ice cream, right? If a kid got an A on the test, you allowed them to go do a sleepover with their friends, right? Or you added something to the equation. So if your kid got an A on the test, you buy them a toy. You know what I mean? Thus, helping the likelihood that they would continue to, or they would do it again. Negative reinforcement would be like if your kid got an A on the test, you would let me see. If your kid got an A on the test, you would take one of their chores away. You would say they wouldn't have to do one of their chores. You would say they didn't have to do their chores for a week. Would be negative reinforcement, right? So positive is when you add, negative is when you take away, in order to condition that response. Let me know if that's right, guys. It should be right. Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, and I'm strict with my daughter too when it comes to that type of stuff. You know, my daughter has historically struggled in school. We got LKCO popping up here. Here's LKCO. We're looking at XERS. I'm seeing this would make moves. All right, guys, we got 2 minutes until technical time. 2 minutes. Do we have the likes? Are we going to hit it? Is it going to be technical time? Is it time for technical time? Listen, guys, we got 2 minutes. We got 190 likes. We need 10 more. If we don't get 10 more in 2 minutes, we're not doing technical time today. Y'all better hit the like button. Do it now. You know? Alright, we got 200, guys. We hit 200 fairly easily. Alright, guys, so technical time is going to be in 1 minute. Alright, guys. We hit the like count for technical time. Alright, we hit the count. Alright, so now for technical time, guys. We're gonna go over a few specific scenarios in the technical world of trading here, guys. This is what we're doing right now. We're gonna go over a few specific scenarios in this world of trading right now for technical time. Okay? Are you guys having trouble with the stream? Shohei Ohtani, a good long-term hold? Hey, how about Shohei Ohtani, bro? He's the GOAT, dude. Honestly, I got a little bit, honestly, what I'm mostly upset about in baseball is how they are basically ruining Mike Trout's career over there at the Angels, bro. The Angels are terrible. Everybody knows it. And Mike Trout's been there for too long. He needs to leave. They need to get rid of him. Mike Trout is one of the best baseball players in history. And they are basically wasting his talent over there at the Angels. You know, he's getting older, man. He's almost 30. Like, they need to go ahead and do something with Mike Trout. They need to figure it out because they're basically waiting and just ruining. I know he's balling, making money, but still. Anyways, technical time. Hey, what's up, Michael? Hey, he's from Uzbekistan. Hey, nice, man. Hey, what's up, bro? From Houston, Texas, brother. Good to see you here, man. But yeah, MYT popping off. Anyways, to go back to technical time here, we're going to look at eyes. Eyes is just going to be the easiest one that we can watch. All right, so there's a few trades that I love getting involved with on these charts. They're really easy trades to get involved with. They're trades that I get into usually at least once or twice a day. And obviously, we've talked about these a decent amount on this channel. All right, so the first thing we look for is an opening drop. Here's the drop at the opening bell. And we're looking for a move up to this high right here. You see this high? Once we have this high, we want to document it. And again, it looks like a cup. These type of trades look like a cup. This is kind of how they go. They look like a cup. We're buying on the pullback to the VWAP. And this was one that I actually talked about yesterday a lot. Like, I even mentioned I wanted to see it go up here and down here, and then we buy this pullback. One thing that we mentioned yesterday as well is that it needs to get up here at this range here. For instance, if we remove this, like whenever a stock crosses over or under the VWAP here, I'm not buying it on this consolidation. This is too small. There's just not enough action here for this consolidation. There's not enough good movement here for this consolidation. And so in turn, we need a bigger move up to really confirm the change of trend, right? Because at this point, anything can happen here. If we zoom in, anything can happen here. You know, this thing could go up like it did, or it could just tank down like this. You know, anything can happen when it's just kind of chopping over and under the VWAP like this. And so one of the better ways to predict what's ultimately going to happen by doing so is by looking at this big opening range high up here and then attacking that range. So instead of buying it when it's down here, we got to identify this opening range high. We basically look for a nice confirmed level. A lot of the time we're using this opening 5-minute high. So we're looking at the high over the first 5 minutes after the opening bell. And hopefully it's extended a little bit above the VWAP where we're trying to attack it. But that's what we're looking for. We're looking at the high right around here. Right up here is the level we're really looking at. And so instead of it just chopping here, we want to see it push up, touch to around that level where we saw it, and then pull back here. And then this is the pullback we're going to ultimately buy into. These are the pullbacks that are going to have the best chance of success, and they're going to ultimately fake out less. And the logic behind these moves is simple. The logic behind these moves is really simple. The reason this works is because when the stock, okay, so if it's, let me remove this. The reason this works is because there's still a lot of indecision here. Like if a stock hasn't really broken over the VWAP, a lot of other traders are looking at it and they're saying, okay, well, like it's trying to get over the VWAP, but it hasn't really gotten over in an obvious way. It's trying to get over the VWAP, but it hasn't actually broken over it in any really confirming way. And so in turn, we're going to wait to buy. And that causes it to fulfill less because traders are more hesitant, they're more skeptical, they're more apprehensive with these type of moves. But when the stock goes all the way up and taps this level way up here like it did, when the stock goes all the way up and hits this level first, people are getting interested. That's the high of the day. That's the previous high of the day. And so everybody's eyes start to watch, eyes, no pun intended, And you can even see the volume start to run up. So like once we started to move up to this level, look at the volume increase here. So the volume started to come up as well. The volume started to increase. And then that's when I choose to buy these pullbacks. That's when I'm dip buying on the pullback. I say, okay, well, we tapped this level. We're going to wait for a pullback now to attack. And that's why this one worked. And so then on this pullback, look at the volume get better. The volume increases. People are buying up this pullback area. Because again, they're anticipating this move. And we call this a red and green cup and handle, or whatever you want to call it, right? It's all very, it's all the same thing. It doesn't matter what you call it, right? But this is a move that we get pretty consistently. Another example, we can look at PALI today. This is an example of a different thing here. But a lot of the time, we're judging strength and we're using volume to identify it. Volume is one of the single most important things that we watch in our trades. Volume is absolutely crucial. It's something that is going to help the strategies work. And one of the reasons a lot of traders, lose is because they don't wait for good volume. They get involved with bad volume moves. They get involved with bad volume, low volume stocks, and in turn, they just get stuck in a lot of different fake outs. And so volume is absolutely crucial. And so one thing we can see here is that we made this big move above the VWAP. We made this big move, this big rip above the VWAP, this big rip above these levels. I'm going to remove these levels and we'll draw them back. But we made this big move over the VWAP here, and then we broke underneath the VWAP for a split second. And the VWAP's telling you the short-term trend of this stock. The VWAP's saying, hey, look, this is in an upward trend. Is what it's saying. When a stock is maintaining above the VWAP, it's basically saying, hey, the VWAP's saying, yo, we're in an upward trend, guys. And so with that said, we're maintaining this upward trend. When we finally break underneath the VWAP, the sentiment starts to change a little bit. People start to get a little bit more apprehensive when it breaks underneath the VWAP here. Let me remove this so you guys can see the volume that I'm talking about. So once we start to break underneath this, people are more skeptical, ultimately. They're more skeptical in it. It's kind of changing trends. When it finally pops over the VWAP, it finally gets back over the VWAP, look at the volume increase. Once you see a stock that was looking weak underneath the VWAP area, you see it was looking weak, it was underneath the VWAP spot. Once you see a stock that was like that, quickly break back over the VWAP and volume comes in. Look at the volume come in on this move. Right? This goes up to right here. So once you see that big rip over the VWAP and specifically volume start to rush in here, a lot of traders are now buying this pullback right here. Now, this is a strategy. I'm not really going to take this in pre-market. I'm just using it as an example because you see these a ton after the opening bell. I don't have good results in pre-market, but I'm using this because it's pretty universal when it comes to these type of things. And so when you get the volume come in, you get the reclaim over the VWAP, a lot of traders are, again, buying these pullbacks right here. And these pullbacks work. You can see once that pullback happens, this thing springs up really, really quickly. You can see volume come in really, really high, the highest it had all of pre-market, and you see a nice big rip up here all the way up to like 725, 730s. Instead of buying these moves here, like a lot of traders, I've said it before, but a lot of traders get stuck in buying these high of the daybreak levels. And sometimes they're going to work, but a lot of the time they're going to in turn fake you out. And so it's much better to instead buy these little micro pullbacks after big volume confirmation and after a really sparking catalyst like a break over the VWAP with that said good volume. And that's one of my favorite ways to approach it. And if you can wait for setups like this, you're going to have a lot better results. A lot of traders also, instead of doing this, they'll buy pullbacks. They'll just buy like what we call VWAP pullbacks. And VWAP pullbacks work, but they can get you into trouble as well. Hey, sweetie. Love you. Why are you wearing a mask? Love you. Have a good day. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Love you. Oh, sorry guys, I'm back. My bad. My kids were here. Yeah, I'm back. My bad, guys. But again, you can also see, so you're like, yeah, I see Rob saying, Rob, you alright, bro? You've been a little negative lately, man. You okay, dude? Yeah, I see, yeah, we're in an upward trend. But, okay, so we're betting on this trend confirmation, right? So we're up, we break underneath the VWAP, and then we rebound, right? When we rebound, we're betting on that trend to continue. You can see the volume come in on that rebounding level where we push up, we break underneath the VWAP, we rebound, buy the pullback here, and ride it back up. You can also see that when we actually finally break underneath the VWAP, it kind of starts tanking down. It kind of starts dropping and taking down, and a lot of traders are less confident. You can see, like, mostly above this, we're maintaining a bullish sentiment here. So, like, above this, you can see really bullish sentiment all in here. Why? Because we're maintaining over the VWAP. You know, once we break underneath the VWAP, the sentiment changes. People are less confident in it. They start selling their long positions more, and it turns to a downward trending move. And so, yeah, with that said, guys, after that, any questions on what you guys want to do? I can't hear the rants. Now, the reason I muted it, my wife was talking to me about my son. But yeah, that's all it was. Is my wife was talking to me about my son. Now that we got most of the charting and technical time done, do you guys have any specific questions? You know, we can roll through some questions in technical time too, if you guys want to. And let me know if y'all like this. I know Rob doesn't like it, but like, if you guys like it, let me know and let me know how you feel about it, because it's a new thing. We're just experimenting with it. We're just trying it to see if we like it and see if it's good long term. And yeah, I think it'll be a good thing to add to the show. The reason I'm like this, the reason I'm doing this is because I think sometimes I get caught up in other stuff outside of trading. And so if I give myself like a set schedule with different topics and conversations throughout the show, then I think that'll be a little bit better. Hey, thank you, Success. When do you get out of a losing trade? I mean, that's going to be subjective, Matt. So, a lot of the time what I'm doing is I'm using a 1-to-1 ratio. So if we go back to the eyes example here, and say a lot of the time the beautiful thing about this VWAP pullback is because you can read the sentiment really easily, right? So it's like now that we're below the VWAP here, and now that we popped over the VWAP and we pulled back to it, I'm getting out of this type of trade. So like if we're buying this pullback, so like here's the level. All right, so we get up to that level, we tap that level, and then we pull back to it, and we buy the pullback, and then we bounce. The good thing about these trades is that they're really easy to judge the sentiment, right? So like right here, really strong sentiment. You know, we pull up here, we pull back to the VWAP, we bounce, the sentiment is good. But if this one, for instance, say we got in here, and this one instead did this to where it dropped under the VWAP, then we're probably getting out. Like if we get a significant drop like here, for instance, underneath the VWAP, we're going to get out of that one. Because again, the sentiment is changing. It's not over the VWAP anymore. Everybody else sees that and they're just unloading quickly as well. So like that's really what we're doing. We're just jumping in and jumping out fast, trying to avoid these big swings. Because a lot of the time, we're using the VWAP as a sentiment indicator. Like we're looking at the sentiment of the stock, right? And so when a stock maintains above it, bullish sentiment. If a stock maintains below it, bearish sentiment. And if we get a really big rejection underneath this VWAP level, a lot of traders are thinking short. A lot of traders are thinking, okay, it's time to get out because the sentiment is completely changing once we get underneath that VWAP. And I'm not saying it's never going to reverse and head back up, but I am saying that like that's how I'm approaching it and it works for me. Yeah, if you want my music soundtracks, this one is called POSI Vibe by Apollo. Yeah, I'll post it. And yeah, you're good, Rob. You just been kind of negative, bro. Like, I get trolling, but it seems like you're trolling me constantly, dude. You know me. You're good. No, you're good, Rob. Listen, joking around is fine. But if everything can be taken negatively, you know, I'm gonna question it, bro. You're good. You know, I'm not trying to be dramatic here. Like I said, I just kind of went back and read all the messages, and I was like, is Rob hating on me, man? So if you're good, if you're joking, and if it's just playful banter, then, like, you're good, bro. No worries, man. But yeah, that last song is called Posse Vibe by Apollo, I guess. There you go. That's the... Yeah, where's Rob at? Let me drip some mustard on your tongue, sir. You know. Condition you never to act like that again. You know. Yeah, with OTC though, bro, there's just a lot of risk. Like, sure, you can triple your account. You can also lose it all. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, there's good things and bad things about it. Alright, I'm trying to find anything else. If you guys see anything else that looks good, let me know. Alright guys, so again, I'm trying to find some other stuff here. I don't see anything that really looks good, to be honest. Ouch. Oh man, this thing in my arm hurts. I do have to do my antibiotics today. I might just wait until after the stream because that was a lot of work.
Okay.
Oh no.
Do good, do great, and they
Alright, so we got AMTX. I see BIOC pop off. Here's GTE as well. But everything's pretty slow. PALI, still trying to hold here. We're watching this. Or maybe Rob wasn't being negative. Maybe it was somebody else that I saw. I can't remember who it was. So my bad, Rob. If you're still there, my bad, bro. I think I missed. I thought it was somebody else. So might be. I think you were trolling me a little bit from the technical time, but then I missed. I thought you were somebody else earlier, so I thought it was you. So my bad. That's my fault. Don't leave me, Rob. Don't leave me, bro. I see so many different people, though, so it's hard to keep track of them all, so my bad, guys. I'm just so popular over here. You know, famous. Some people would consider me famous, you know. I'm just the most famous, best, and most humble stock trader guy ever, guys. You guys know me. Just some sarcasm though yesterday I was kind of trolling you guys a little bit about being sick, and somebody got mad at me. They said I was pandering. I gotta hit him with the fake cough, you know, you know, I've got the black lung, pop, you know. Yeah, James, hey. I can't give it away for free, bro. Listen, it's a slippery slope. Giving away free push-ups, free rants, free autographs. It's a slippery slope, bro. I don't know how I don't know how I feel about that. You know, we're gonna have to charge for that. $30 a piece. Easy. You know. Get them while they're hot. Guys, get them while they're hot. Yeah, we got OCGN as well. I know OCGN had some type of good catalyst that came out. Let me see if I can find it. Alright, I don't see anything. I see traders circulating a Mumbai Mirror report highlighting the production capacity of the company's Covaxin vaccine will double, speculatively double by May to June 2021 is the news for OCGN. So we can watch OCGN. Traders are circling some type of catalyst that says that. We'll see if it actually happens. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we were selling push-ups, and we'll go back to selling push-ups in a few weeks once this infection is over with, right? So for now, we got to sell other stuff. So my two options, let's get a vote here, guys. We'll do a vote and see what you guys prefer. Would you guys rather me sell shout-outs? So, like, I could sell shout-out to you, like, if you have a social media or, like, a channel on YouTube or whatever, as long as it's not a live streaming channel, I'll give you a shout out. I can charge like $5 for it. It's pretty good. That's pretty good, you know. I think that's a pretty good deal. The other one would be we have a minimum amount. If we hit our minimum donation amount, which I'm thinking to make like $50, then I have to take a spoonful of something I hate. Now we can have for mustard, we can do $50. If we get to 100, it can be vinegar. And we'll do it live on stream. And so those are the two options on compensating for the missed out push-up profit capitalism here. No, cinnamon will choke me. Yeah, with almost 70,000 subscribers, getting a shout out for me is a pretty good deal, guys. I'm just saying. It's a pretty solid deal, you know? And so let me know. Let's vote on it. If you think I should do the shout out one, maybe we can do both. We can do shout outs for $5, and then we can do the running tally. Yeah. Oh, we have the bamboozle jelly beans. We do have those, Shiny. We do have those here. We got a whole pack of those. My son loves that game. I hate it. We're still looking at Alf. We got Lizzie. We got WISA trying to make moves. WISA still doesn't look bad, though. What I eat with my hot wings, barbecue sauce mostly. Nah, hot peppers. Listen, I got too much English blood in me. You know, I can't handle spices at all. I love crawfish though, but I can't handle spices at all. Yeah, ADA is the only crypto in my portfolio that's up. Like, here's my crypto portfolio here, guys. And this is ADA right here. It's the only one that's actually up. So everything else is down. Everything else got hammered. Right, that's dope, Ben. It's up to you, Olympia. Olympia says, I want to day trade these stocks as well. Should wait until the market opens, sell off, then buy in. It depends on the stock. A lot of these companies are never going to come back, so you need to have some type of signal that lets you know when you should. Like, for instance, like I said, with eyes, for instance, like my signal on when to buy back in this one, like we got an opening drop yesterday. My signal on when to buy back into this one was here. So when it moved up to this, tapped that, and then pulled back to the VWAP, that's my signal to buy. And that way my risk is small. If it breaks underneath there, I'm fine. I can still be profit. I can still be break even or small loss, but it's much more likely to bounce up here, in my opinion, when this happens. And it's something that I've been taking advantage of pretty regularly with my trading. NIO, yeah, we got it. Master, chill, bro. There's no reason to spam, dude. I never understood. Like, my guess, like, I would say most people that spam like that have got to be, like, under 12 years old. At least under 20. Like, they've got to be at least, like, 15, you know, to, like, not have the awareness to understand, like, hey, you shouldn't be spamming, man. Like, that's not cool. Anyways, NIO, I guess it worked because it got me to look at it. Alright, I think this is earnings. Let's check out Benzinga. Benzinga's been helping me this morning figure some of these out, like NIO. So let's check out NIO on Benzinga here. Alright, there's a report on a new Chinese licensing rule on NEVs. Here, hold on, guys. What's going on with EV plays in China? There's some type of EV China play here that I'm seeing. It's some type of China EV play with catalysts. That is what I'm seeing. New Chinese licensing rules. Let's see what this is. Somebody help me out. I can't find the reason for this, guys. Yeah, no worries, Olympia. What was your question, Olympia? Hey, what's up, too? My bad, bro. I haven't even looked at Discord. What'd you say? Hold on, I'm trying to figure out. Right, but there's some type of Chinese licensing rule on NEV, on NEVs, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. Inflation concerns. Alright, so basically there's a lot of sentiment, bullish sentiment on Chinese EV plays because they think there's a lot of potential in that market for these to succeed, is what I'm seeing for NIO. I know there's something else going on, but I can't figure it out. Here, no, baby, here, let's just do it after the stream.
It's 8:30, or it's like 8, you gotta do it.
I know, baby, but, you don't want to just do it after the stream?
Maybe I'm gonna have to take Jack to his doctor's appointment today. Here, look, just...
I got a shirt on. I wasn't planning on doing it right now.
You want to get you one?
I got one right there, I guess, but... Sorry, guys. Carol's making me do my IV right now. You don't want to just wait until after the stream.
There's also that doctor's...
Well, what about after the market open? Like, can we do it, like, after I trade? Like, can we do it at, like, at, like, 8?
What time is it?
Can we do it at, like, 9? Did the market open? Listen, if we do it now, baby, I'm gonna have to take it off. I'm not gonna be able to focus on the market open.
I'll come up here and do it for you, though.
Huh?
Like, I'll do it for you.
I know, but I'm gonna have to trade. Like, listen, the most volatile time in the market is at 8:30 our time. Baby, that's in 30 minutes. That's exactly when this is gonna be done, which means, like, while the market's the most...
10 minutes to do it. Alright, baby, look, I got it out of the fridge and everything.
I know, but you can leave it out of the fridge for, like, 30 minutes, they said. They said you could also really leave it out the fridge for, like, 2 hours, is what they said. No, listen, when I talked to the nurse yesterday, she said I could take the cefepime, and because she said that some people don't like the cold feeling that it gives you for being in the fridge, and so you could actually take it out of the fridge for 2 hours and let it sit for 2 hours before you do the IV.
Look, I'm gonna come up here.
Look, come up here in 15 minutes, and we can do it in 15 minutes. Just let me wait until the open happens so I can trade during the open.
It's in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, the open's in 30 minutes, which means that, like, if we do it in 15 minutes, then I won't have to take it out until 15 minutes after the opening bell. Right?
Alright, I mean, it takes me about 10 minutes, 15 minutes just to get everything on.
Alright, well, if you want to do that, that's cool. But, like I said, like, let's wait until 8:15. At least let's wait to start the IV for the antibiotics at 8:15.
Alright, well, just, you put this shirt on before I come back up, okay?
Alright.
This other shirt, okay?
Alright, so, yeah, Carol's on point, man. She's like my nurse over here. She's bringing me my antibiotics and my medicine. She's a good wife, you know. Yeah. Not Corbin. I have to do this IV antibiotic in my arm, and I have to leave it in for 30 minutes. And so, like, if I did it now, the market open would basically be like that. I would have to take it off, like, right at the market open, and it would distract me. And so I had to talk Carol into let me wait 15 minutes so I could do it then, and that way I'll have to take the IV out at, like, 9:45, 9:50. So I'll have a little bit of time to trade that first 20 minutes, basically. Carol's my wife. Yeah, well, hey, she's like my mom over here right now. Carol Baskin, yeah. Dude, get out of here. I know you're trolling me, Joe G, but, like, come on, bro. That's not something to troll. You know, that's not cool. Of course it's not that. What it is that after the blizzard here in Texas, my water turned brown. And I was bathing in it, I was drinking it. And so I got a nasty infection that I just got out of the hospital for. I got out of the hospital Monday, I think. It was Monday or Tuesday, but I got out of the hospital and oral antibiotics. The infection's so bad, it's called Pseudomonas and Enterobacter cloacae is the two infections that I have. They're so bad that oral antibiotics aren't working on them anymore. And so I had to get what's called a PICC line, a PICC line, put into my arm right here. Y'all will see it in a second. And they have to give me, and I have to basically give myself IV antibiotics just to get rid of it. It's been rough, man. But I feel fine now. But yeah, that's the situation. Here's F-Tech. We're watching that. Yeah, she's a good wife, for sure. She's a good wife. Yeah, I know. Joe, you're good, bro. Like I said, you're trolling me a little bit. It's okay. I'm just messing with you. Yeah, I see AMC, bro. Yeah, Carol, she's a good nurse, man. She's a good nurse, bro. You know. Alright, so far, guys, we got FTech, FTEC. We've got LHDX. We've got, what was the other one that moved? It was like L, or no, it was H, something, what was it, HRTX? Oh man, HRTX basically gave back all its gains. All of them, too. Look at that. We're still looking at FTech here, though. LMFA is trying to move up a little bit. We got PALI that's trying to get back over the VWAP, and now this one kind of looks good. Here, my bad. Let me check two-way. Oh, okay. Here's two-way suggestions: a bare-fisted fight with a gang member for likes, samurai sword, slice up milk jugs in my backyard with a samurai sword, elbow slam a folding table from the roof. I like the first two. I don't know if I'm feeling the elbow slam. I don't know if my pick line could handle that. I like the samurai sword one, guys, as well as the bare-fisted fight with a gang member. I mean, hey, you know, not bad, not bad. Yeah, here's AMC, guys. Thank you, Kevin. Yeah, Gauge, probably refresh the screen, change it to 1080p if you need to. Yeah, for sure, Joji. Yeah. Yeah, it's pseudonymous. It's pseudo. It's like PSEUDONOMAS or something like that. I don't know what it is. You must be immune to everything after drinking that. I guess I should be, man. Yeah, see AMC though, bro. AMC's up. It's making moves. Yeah. Both of you sound so chill here in Miami. We'll be screaming. We scream. Like I said, somebody told me yesterday, they were like, yeah, Carol's the alpha. I was like, y'all haven't really heard us like that. I'm not saying I'm mean to Carol, but I'll certainly speak my mind to her. She ain't about to push me around, and I'm not about to push her around either. It's balanced over here in this relationship, and I think it should be. But she knows she's not going to be able to push me around in any way, and I know I can't push her around in any way either. So it's good, it's balanced, it's how relationships should be, I think. Yeah, I'm on Cefepime, Chrism, Cefepime, 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 that's what I'm on. Yeah, it's a cephalosporin antibiotic, yeah. It's a 4th gen cephalosporin. And y'all will see it in a second if y'all want. I can show it to you. Yeah, 100% James. Carol and I, we've been together for 12 years. You know, married for, I think 7. You know, I don't know. We got married in 2013, so 8. We've been married for 8 years. Mo was here yesterday, Rain. Big Worm's here. I saw him earlier. Yeah, we got 2 kids. They were here earlier. We got a 7-year-old and a 12-year-old. Nah, she's alright. Like y'all gotta understand, relationships are different. Like Carol and I have both forgotten our anniversary at least once, and it was never a big deal. Like both of the times, it was never a big deal. Like we kind of laughed about it because there was one time where we both forgot, where we had a bunch of crap going on, and so we literally both forgot our anniversary, and so she's not like weird with that type of stuff. Like, you know, like I'm good to her, she's good to me. You know, we're good to each other, but sometimes, you know, life happens and we forget stuff, especially if we got a bunch of stuff going on. Alright, guys. Yeah. How long ago did we get married? See, she probably doesn't remember either. Wasn't last year 8 years? We got married in 2013, right?
Yeah. So this year it'll be 8 years.
Okay, so yeah, 8. We've been married for 8 years.
All right, come on, we gotta change your shirt.
All right, guys. Here, talk to them. I gotta do this.
You just put this one on.
Huh? Which one is that? No. Yeah, I got one on here.
Hey, how's it going? How y'all been? Hey, how's everyone? How y'all been? Of course, somebody take care of them. I'm pretty sure I probably care about them a little bit more than y'all do. You know what I mean? So. Chloroform and do the medicine anyways. Yeah, I mean, if he gets a little bit,
Talk back.
give me a little lip, I gotta, you know, lay the smack down, you know? No, I'm not even gonna try. Alright, here's John.
Alright, guys. Alright, guys. Let's see how this goes. Every time this happens, to be completely honest, there's a little bit fear of death here. You know? Because like this IV, this PICC line literally goes into my heart, bro. It literally goes right around my heart. So it injects the medicine straight into my heart. See? See that? Alright. see BBS pop up here. Whoa, how much did you push out? Was that the saline?
Yeah.
You can always get another one. Then we have extras of the saline. Is it too much?
No.
Alright. Yeah, that's what we looked up. You gotta have like 5 milliliters plus for the air bubbles.
Hey, I broke my claw. I gotta get it.
Alright, that's alright. But yeah, look at this thing, guys. Let me show you guys. We're gonna show you guys exactly what I'm talking about here. Look at this real quick. You'll see that. It goes into my arm right there, and it runs to my heart. Look at that thing. Anyways. There's AMC. We're watching AMC. F-Tech. Looking at F-Tech. We got Sono here. We got IHT that's still kind of moving up. We're still looking at OCGN. Here's OCGN. It's at 911s. PALI is looking better. This one's certainly still my favorite one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So purple and red in the morning, or purple in the morning?
Red is in the morning. So it's red.
I want to ask them when they come about this. About these bottles.
I don't know.
Hmm?
Is that bad? You think I should be worried about those? Yeah, get those out of there. Yeah. Luckily, those are tiny. Like, I'll be okay. Hey, thank you, in-laws. Yeah, the PALA is back over the VWAP though here, guys. So it's back over the VWAP. It's at 680s right now. We got VSTM trying.
I wonder if I could get just like a plain.
Here's PALI. It's back over the VWAP here. This is the main one we're watching at the opening bell for sure. Here, it's fine, baby. Like, those little bubbles don't matter.
No, but I gotta.
Yeah, I gotta work, so we gotta get this set up.
Go ahead.
I know, I mean, I'm just saying.
Do what you gotta do.
The opening bell is in like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be set up by then.
Alright. Yeah, right. Maybe I'll turn into the Hulk from this. Yeah, it's pretty slow today, guys. But hey, we're watching the market. Yeah, we'll see cats. We're waiting for it, bro.
Let's see, but even though I got these up here.
Hey, what's up, Track Racer? Hey, what's up, Track? Yeah, a lot of stuff has changed since you've been here to track Mitch. So Mitch and I aren't partners anymore. He's doing his thing at Benzinga. He wanted to be an analyst more than anything, and so him and I kind of went our separate ways. We're still friends though. I still got a few shows on Benzinga, and I talk to Mitch at least once a week, usually. But you could here. Wait, did you unclamp it, baby? Here.
Yeah, you unclamp.
You gotta remember to unclamp it, dude. Alright, you're good. Just look, those bubbles are natural, baby. Just go. Alright, a little bit at a time.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm getting an IV right now of saline. Long story. I can taste the saline when you do that. That's weird. But yeah, so we got Sono here. We got F-Tech. I see BGI show up here.
Here, could you just hold the top of this so I could prime the...
See, look at this. Anyways, here's DFFN, HRTX, Tryon, EMAN, and HRTX just dumped all the way back down.
Okay.
You got all the bubbles out.
Yeah.
But yeah, PALI, FTEK. Let me know if you guys see anything else. I see YVR show up, which is NFT, but it doesn't really look that good.
You clip it back?
No. Alright guys, we got 7 minutes until the open. This will be done by then.
It won't be done, but it'll be...
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey man, I'm sorry to hear that track. Hope you're doing good, brother.
Alright, ready?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's go. This isn't too much. Pond it.
I don't like those, man. Alright, we got IHT making moves. IHT's coming back up. Look at IHT, guys. So this one looks good.
What is this?
Something else fidgeting with.
Alright.
Alright, thank you, baby. Love you. Alright, so here's IHT. So look, we started this at 24, so it'll be done at 54. Probably about 50, really, since it's been in for a few minutes. But yeah, we got AHT, PALI, F-Tech, and that's about it. We still have ACRX that we're watching. We got but PALI is probably my favorite one.
You alright?
Huh?
You alright?
Yeah, I'm okay. Love you. But yeah, still looking at OCGN. It's up today too. AMC, of course, is the belle of the ball, if you will. It's the one everybody's talking about. We'll see what happens with AMC now. Yeah, but we got PALI making moves. PALI looks good. Yeah, Kira, she's a good wife. We got Sono here, SONO. It's gapping up from 3140s to 3480s. Hey, my man Manny, thank you, brother. Hey, thank you, bro. Appreciate the love, man. But IHT, guys, the big rip here. IHT's moving. Yeah, thanks, guys. Yeah, she's a good one. You know. Again, I'm looking at IHT here. It's starting to get some movement. Look at IHT, guys. IHT is running now, team. Absolutely ripping up here. Crazy. Alright, we're at 720s for IHT. So IHT and PALI are the top two. These are the ones that I'm definitely going to be watching really closely at the opening bell to see if we get some good trade setups. You know, there's a few other ones that we're watching, but it's another really, really slow day, unfortunately. And, you know, hopefully we'll get something good, but, you know, we'll just have to wait and see. IHT and PALI are the ones that I'm definitely watching. Alright, so here goes IHT. 2 minutes, guys. Less than 2 minutes. Hey, listen, we got 800 people here. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. Oh, shoot. Alright, so yeah, IHT is up. Here's IHT still ripping up, guys. It's at 750s here, 750s. We got less than a minute, team. There's the bell, guys. Let's do this. IHT up to 780s here, guys. 780s here for IHT. PALI down to 650s. We're watching that too. VTNR spiking up a little bit, still got a way to go. FTEK dropping down some. Alright, look at IHT here, guys. Up to 770s here. 770s. Let's look at some levels that we can watch for IHT here. I think, you know, of course, this 820 level's big. We also have like 840 and 850 above us here that we might run into some resistance. $8 right here looks to be kind of keeping it down some. We've got the low at 740s. And then, of course, we got 750 down there. But this one's very volatile, very rangy, huge range at this point in time. And we'll have to wait and see what we get with it. IHT, guys, back up to the 830 level. 830s now for IHT. Crazy movement here. Up to 840s here for it. F-Tech, guys, look at F-Tech, F-T-E-K. We're looking at this one for sure. My TOS is kind of lagging a little bit. I see WTT here. Look at IHT still heading up. Such a huge range here. You got to be careful with it, guys. So just be careful with this. I'm scalping out of F-Tech. Holding 50 shares left. Pretty small now. So we can get this high break up here, ride the rest up over 245, maybe get up to 250. Alright, so we made about 17 bucks on that. Pretty small. Same strategy we talked about at technical time today. Same exact thing. And so we'll see if we get something else for F-Tech, but we're watching it now. Again, I'm also looking at IHT, obviously. IHT is making some movement here. It's at 811s. But it's falling underneath the VWAP. And again, you know, if you guys remember what I talked about for IHT today, I drew out all of these resistance areas that it was about to run into. And look what happens when it hit those resistance areas. Again, it's a really good reinforcement, guys, that you should understand technical analysis before any type of strategy or trade. Right? If you can identify where there's a ton of resistance levels, then you can know where a safe time to take profit is and where you want to be safe. The first thing you should be learning, guys, as a trader is technical analysis. If you can learn how to document and analyze charts, you're going to be able to build your own strategies, right? But a lot of traders get stuck into this limbo where they're only learning strategies. They're not really learning charts. They're not really learning how to document and analyze charts. And so in turn, they're kind of going in blindly with these strategies without understanding the deeper nuances to being successful with these strategies, which is, again, technical analysis trading. Like, that's what we're using. And so I hope you guys understand that logic and understand what I mean by that. Here's F-Tech. Only trade we've gotten into today. We made about 17 bucks, which is fine. You know, we're green today, and we'll see what else we get. Still waiting. See AWH at 520s. Hey, I don't use the RSI John Bianchi. It's just not something I use regularly. So F-Tech falling down, IHT falling down. AMC, guys. AMC's hammering up. It's over 11 here, guys. AMC's back up to over 11 here. We're going to see what happens. It's at 11.04 now for AMC. 11.04. So AMC looks good, volatile. Let's look for a pullback to like 1090s right here. We could also see if it bounces at this high up there at 1096. We'll see if it bounces at one of these levels first. Definitely another slow day, guys, so y'all just be careful. Don't force anything. Look at BNTC, guys. BNTC getting some volume coming in. I like the volume here for BNTC. We'll see if we get something good, but I don't hate that volume, and we'll have to wait and see what we get. F-Tech just completely crashed. Jack? Oh.
You alright?
Yeah, I'm good.
What time is it ending at?
What?
It's 8:56.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, sorry guys. I was trying to mute myself. I think I muted the music. IHT. Yeah, IHT just ripped up, guys. Ripped up here. So let's look over a bounce at 820 now. Let's see if we get this bounce right here. ET? Fun home? I know I'm hilarious. Dad joke, I'm sorry. We did bounce at 820. Got up to 850s now. And you can see the reason I thought it might bounce here is because we documented it, and once we broke over this major resistance, it then turns into support. And like that's what we have here. So it's like a logical pullback area to just kind of dip by into here and ride the bounce quickly up. A lot of traders are doing that exact same thing. We're also scalping a little bit of BNTC here. We're up like $9, pretty small. We've scalped out of most of it already. And we're just going to let the rest ride, see if we can get a break over that 570 level. There we go, there's the break. We'll take profit into that. So far, we made about 11 bucks on BNTC. We made about 17 on F-Tech. We're up about 30 bucks. But yeah, BNTC looks to be moving here. We'll still watch IHT. We'll see if it actually holds and sustains here. But we're watching that. We're going to see what happens with it too. Yeah, I see AMC going absolutely nuts right now, guys. Here goes AMC. Ripping up to 11s here, guys. AMC up to over 11. Looks good. And it's really, if you guys remember, it's the same type of strategy I talked about at technical time, guys. Even with AMC. So if we look at what we talked about at technical time, what did we talk about? We talked about opening weakness, a push up really high, and then a pullback to the VWAP. same thing. There's the dip buy level, and you can ride it up for a bounce really nicely. Check out the bounce. So happens really consistently in the market. You see these at least a few times a day. Yeah, I do see ET popping up. Here's ET is at 970s for ET. Again, I'm looking at FTech to see what happens here. I'm looking at NOVN. NOVN is getting some volume and moving. So we're watching NOVN. Yeah, thank you, Owen. Yeah, we got until what do we do? 17. So we got 4 minutes, right? We did that 17, right? Or was it 07? Was it 17 or 07? I think it was 17. So 17, 27, 37, 47. So yeah, we got 5 minutes. ET's ripping up though. NOVN doesn't look bad either. Look at RELI, guys. RELI. It's moving up. It's at 390s for RELI. This red to green move is so money, bro. On my longest green streak since really studying the strategy and learning to apply it. 100%, bro. Like, people don't understand, man. Like, people can talk smack about me or whatever. They can't talk smack about my trading, because it's undeniable at this point how well this strategy works for me. I've been using it every day in the market, and every day, even though I'm trading small, and that might make people mad or whatever it is, it's just really consistent. And you guys see my trading every day. Like, you guys know I'm green every day. You see it, and it works. I talk about it every day. It's just one of the most profitable strategies I've ever used. If you approach it in the right way. There's got to be a really specific way you approach it, but if you do, it can be incredibly profitable. And it's something that I've been trading for months now, and it hasn't really slowed down. It hasn't really stopped working, fortunately. Here's AMC steady ripping up almost to 1140s, guys. 1140s for this. Alright, I'm pretty sure my antibiotic is done. I see FTech starting to pop up. You're good, that's why I'm here almost every day. Thank you, Cats. Thank you, M. Jones. You're the greatest YouTuber ever, bro. Hey, I'm the most humble ever as well, bro. I'm probably the single smartest man ever in the world, and also the greatest trader that's ever been born. I'm also the most humble guy on earth, too. But yeah. I also look just like Chris Hemsworth. That's right. You know, that's right. You know, just like Chris Hemsworth. You know how it goes. What's your daily income like? I mean, if you're talking about trading, $50 to $100 a day usually. If we're talking about other stuff, you know, I'm comfortable. You know. IHT couldn't hold. Here's IHT is down. Here's FTech, still trying. RELI. Look at RELI, it's still moving some. What happened to BNTC? Faded back down. Earless Forrest Gump. You know, I don't like Forrest. I reject the Forrest look-alike comments. I will accept a young Henry Rollins. Dexter. I've heard Dexter a lot. I'll accept Dexter. You know, I've gotten Ryan Felipe. I'll accept that one, I guess. I'll take Henry Cavill. I'll take that one too. You know, I guess. You know, just waiting for the Brad Pitt, Tom Cruise, you know, Matt Damon, Brad Cooper. You know, I'll take all of them, guys. Listen, I'm also the most attractive trader on YouTube. You know, y'all know it's true. Y'all know it's true. We got FTEK popping up here. FTEK. It's making moves. It's up to 240s. We're watching that. Alright, we're gonna see what happens with FTech. Turtle from Entourage. How dare you, sir? Alright, RHE's popping up. Yeah, I'm looking at RHE. What's up, Jim? Yeah, I mean, listen, it's because it takes time, bro. It takes time to grow an account, Jim, is really what it is. Like, think about it like this, right? Like, I've got a $15,000 account, right? And if I make $50 to $100 a day, it's going to take me some time to scale up in size. Like, what I'm not going to do is just trade incredibly large on a $15,000 account. Again, that's for suckers, and that's how new traders just destroy accounts, right? And a lot of it's from unrealistic marketing. It's from saying, hey, you can do this. You can turn $1,000 into $100K in a week if you just follow my system, you know, blah, 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 right? But that's stupid. That's dumb. That's what suckers do. Okay, like if you've got a $15,000 account, making $50 or $100 a day is plenty. That's a big gain relative to that account. And don't let any nonsense in trading or any nonsense guru try to tell you otherwise, because they don't have your best interest at heart. They're trying to get you to make an emotional decision so you'll buy their course, is all it is, right? In the end, I'm trading small, I'm trading how I need to, and I'm slowly scaling up in size, and I have been. If you've been following the stream over the last 6 months, I've definitely scaled up in size. You know, I went from making like $20 a day, $10 to $20 a day to, you know, 50 to 100 over the last 2 months. And so I'm definitely scaling up, but I'm not just going to scale right up. It's going to take time. You know, it's going to take time, and that should be understandable. Yeah, PALI, we'll see if it gets over these levels. Well, we're waiting for it. We'll see. Sorry, I still have this IV in my arm, and so Carol forgot to come up here and take this thing off, so my bad. I had to yell at her real quick. Sorry. Trying to manage this thing. Alright, so I gotta get this IV out of my arm. John, what do you do with the rest of your day? I mean, I do a lot of stuff. Like, I'm not just a trader. Like, I do a little bit of freelance, like, JavaScript and React programming, but I'm also a real estate agent here in Texas. And then I do run a few Amazon businesses as well, and then I run this YouTube channel. When I'm not sick, I usually make videos for the weekend. I haven't put one out in like a month because I've been sick for the last month. But yeah. Throw some video games in there that I'll play for sure. You know, we'll hop on some video games. pretty regularly too. Let me know if y'all want to do a meetup. How much do you put into a stock when you trade? I don't know, anywhere between like $200 to $1,000 is usually what I'm investing per trade. But with day trading, you're not using what you invest relative to what you make, because that's for investing. In day trading, you're using your risk versus your reward, because it's not going to go to zero as you're in it, and so that's not a feasible way to calculate like what you're risking in the trade. A better one for day trading is just your risk and reward ratio, which mine is about 1-to-1. But yeah, I compensate for that with accuracy. Like I'm risking about the same amount as I'm trying to take profits in, but my accuracy sustains the system. Like I'm really accurate. Like I said, I haven't lost today. I haven't traded a ton, but I'm very accurate with my trading, and so that sustains the system well. MOXC. BRN. So I clipped it.
Okay.
I'll just answer it later.
You clipped it?
Yeah, Jamie, like I typed out here, my account's relatively small. Like I got a $15,000 account, and so I'm not gonna risk a huge amount of money to try to grow this account. That's what suckers do. Again, that's what the gurus tell you to do, but really they're just trying to get you to make an emotional decision and buy their course. Making $50 to $100 a day is plenty when I'm trading, you know, a $15,000 account. That's a big gain. You know, that's hundreds of % a year, and so. Even that's probably risking too much.
Wasn't completely done.
Huh?
Wasn't completely done.
Oh well, it's alright. But yeah, I guess the point is because you got to trade with what like a lot of new traders get involved and they don't really understand.
Hang on.
A lot of new traders get involved and they don't really understand like risk management, and so they see these gurus and these gurus are flashing, you know, Lamborghinis and mansions, and I turned $1,000 into $1 million just by day trading like this. Just buy my course and I'll teach you how to do it. Reality is, it doesn't matter what course did you unclip it. You gotta learn to unclip it. The reality is, day trading is incredibly risky, and you need to trade small if you want to have longevity in this game. The gurus are only telling you can do that because they want you to buy a course, because after you pay for it, they don't care what happens to you. So they just say, hey, you can get rich quick here. You don't do it all at once, baby. You do it, you stop. You do it, you stop.
That's what I'm doing.
Alright, I'm sorry. You do it, you stop. You do it in like waves. Sorry, Kirill's giving me the saline IV right now.
Seems like the more I stop, the more.
I'll just do it down to 3 milliliters and you're good. Alright, clip it. Clip it. There you go. I'm trying to grow the 15K, Garrett. Like I said, my it's about a 1-to-1 ratio Zoheb. So like if I'm risking 10 cents in a trade, then I'm trying to get 10 cents of profit at least. It's a 1-to-1 ratio, 10 cents per share. So if I have 1,000 shares and I make 10 cents of profit, that's $100. If I have 1,000 shares and I lose 10 cents per share, then I lose $100. So this is the heparin.
Yeah.
Wait, was it clipped, baby? Did you clip it back?
Yeah, I clipped it back when
because
I took it.
You can't let it open and then do it.
No,
All right.
I know.
All right. Sorry, Carol's giving me this IV of heparin right now.
So, do I go...
You can bring this one all the way down. This is the anti-blood clot. Not all the way down, but like mostly down. You don't want to go all the way down because there might be some bubbles at the top. But
well, I've prepped it.
Yeah, probably do a little bit more and then you're good. Alright, that's good. And then you clip it, and we are done. Thank you.
Yeah,
PALI. Yeah, I mean, PALI is just maintaining below the VWAP, so it's just downward trending right now. You can see it's just below the VWAP, downward slow trend. Until it gets over the VWAP and specifically gets to this level, like this 680, or the 680 level, I'm just not interested in it.
Okay.
Alright, let's get this thing on real quick.
Let me see. Wait, turn it on. Turn it on.
Yeah, good. Yeah, the nurse said it was going to bleed sometimes. Wait, he's supposed to be coming today, isn't he?
Yeah.
Hold on. Yeah, I might need help with this. Yeah, just make sure they're both clipped.
Yeah. Yeah, it's clipped.
This one.
Yeah, it's clipped. See it?
Alright, guys.
Okay.
Alright, we are done. Oh, man. Alright. Yeah, I might need like a napkin or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna wipe it.
Alright.
Just give me a sec.
Yeah, MBIS is popping. IHT is trying to climb back up. What is this? That's an HDMI cord. Alright, love you. Thank you. Alright, here's F-Tech trying. Here's, what is this? METC. Up to over 5s. There's turn. WTRH is popping up here. I see CHCI. SLRX is making moves. CRIS. Yeah, CRS looks good. She's got a long way to go. AMC. A lot of people talking about AMC. Yeah, AMC's ripping up, guys. Look at AMC here. RELI still trying too. Better volume with this one. scalping a RELI here. Made about 20 bucks. Only holding 25 shares left. We'll let this rest ride and see what happens here. ET still steady pushing up. We're just going to get out there. We made about $17 from that one. Pretty small, but so far we haven't lost today. So we made money with F-Tech, made about 16 bucks on F-Tech, made a little bit on RELI, made a little bit on BNTC. So green is good. We're up about 50 bucks today. Still got some time, still got some trades to potentially get into. But again, I mean, I'm proud of my trading, guys. Even on slow days, I'm finding the good moves, I'm finding the good trades, and you know, we're taking advantage of it. Maybe I could have held a little bit for RELI, but it's alright. I'm a scalper, so we're just getting our money while we can. Here's APOP. Yeah, I feel better, Patrick. Thanks, bro. Yeah, I feel much better, man. You're really smart for investing small. I made the huge mistake of investing larger than I should have and lost thousands of dollars as a result. Lesson learned. I will always trade relative to my account for sure. Olympia, 100%. And that's what a lot of new traders get wrong. And it's not fun to hear. Like most people, nah, I mean, Billy, listen, it's not that I'm not trying to tell you guys the trades I'm getting into. Just with a lot of these low float stocks, like if I tell you guys, hey, I'm in this stock, it's going to make that stock push. And so y'all might get stuck in a drop that you weren't ready for because I was calling out. Like, I guess my point is I'm not trying to manipulate these stocks myself, you know. And so if I'm like, hey, I'm jumping in this ABC, then people here are going to buy it. And in turn, if it's a low float stock, it is going to get influenced by my calling. And so I'm not trying to be shady like that. You know, every now and then I'll do it, but, you know. Hey, thank you, Robert. Have a good day, brother. But yeah, a lot of traders make the big mistake of just trading too big in the beginning. I've heard it all. I've heard, oh, I'm in this to make money, so I don't want to trade small because I'm in this to make money. It's like, all right, bro, but go ahead. But if you don't trade small, you're just going to lose a bunch of money. You know what I mean? Like, new traders have their ego all out of whack a lot of the time. They have no sense of risk management. They have no sense of actually understanding how to protect yourself as a trader, right? And the way you protect yourself is by trading the appropriate sizing. You know, new traders get their ego involved. They think that they're just going to be the next big thing in trading. And most of the time, they just end up losing and saying, oh, day trading is rigged. It's impossible to win. It's impossible to be successful, you know, blah, blah, blah. When most of the time they're just trading incredibly large relative to their account. And in turn, their emotions are flaring. They just get really emotional. They trade large. They lose a bunch of money and then they blame me or whomever because they lost a bunch of money. The reality is, guys, if you're a new trader, you need to be trading small. If you think you're going to be in that, if you think you're going to be an outlier, if you think you're going to be in that 1% that succeed as a brand new trader in the first 6 months, you are crazy, bro. Get your ego in check. You're not going to be in that group. You're just going to lose a bunch of money. And so the best thing to do, guys, trade small. That's the smart thing to do. Just trade small and learn is what you should be doing in the beginning. It's just trading small and learning. And I know it's not convenient. I know you might have thought that you were going to change your life and that your life was just going to change and you were going to prove everybody wrong and you were just going to be this super successful trader next month. You know, you got to let that go. You know, you got to see it for what it is. People just trying to sell you courses. Yeah, thank you, Cats. Yeah, that's kind of how it goes, Jeremy. What's up, bro? Now, Kyle, I'm not saying anything against Ross, but Ross certainly influences stock price, bro. And if you think he doesn't, like, he's 100% influences the price of some of these low float stocks he's trading for sure. You know, you ever notice that right after Ross says he exits a position, like, he's certainly influencing those things, man. And again, with a small float, like, I'm not saying anybody in particular, but like some of these gurus target stocks that they can influence, right? So like some of these gurus target these low float stocks because they know they can manipulate and influence them. And I'm not saying Ross does that. I'm just saying some of them certainly do. And it's something that you got to be on the lookout for. And like most of the time I'll take trades on stream. Like it's fine. But yeah, you just got to be careful. Understand, like, a lot of these gurus flashing these huge gains at you are only making the gains because they're influencing these stocks like they are. You know what I mean? And I would rather my system be profitable without anybody's help. Like, I don't need this. I don't need my chat to pump up the stocks I'm in. I want my system to be profitable without that. You know, because that's when you know it's really profitable. Like, yeah, if you got 5,000 people watching you and you find a low float stock under 3 million and you buy it and then you say, "Hey guys, I'm in this stock." Your whole following's going to buy it up, and that's going to push that stock up, and you're going to take profits and just dump into them, right? Happens. But what that means is that your system is not really profitable. What's profitable is your following. You know what I mean? And you got to see that for what it is, too. ET, guys, still pushing up. Yeah, I'm not saying Ross is influencing stocks like all the time. I'm saying that he certainly does sometimes, and I've seen it. I've had people say, "Hey, Ross is trading this," and Ross has got thousands of followers, thousands and thousands of followers in his chat rooms, right? So I've seen, and those chat rooms are trading big size too, but I've seen people say, "Hey, Ross is trading this," and then I've seen it get run up, and then I've had people reach out to me and say, "Hey, Ross just exited," and I've seen it. Ooh, you know what I mean? So like I've seen it happen. I'm not blaming Ross. There's nothing Ross can even do about it. Like at a certain point, when you have a big enough following, you know, unless you're gonna take the trades off stream like I am sometimes, there's nothing you can really do about it. It's not his fault. But what I am saying is that it certainly happens. And if I could caution everybody, like, listen, you might like a specific guru, you might like a specific teacher, you know, like Ross or whomever, right? But you don't want to be so blind to what's actually going on that anytime somebody says something slightly critical of them, you just freak out and say, "Nuh-uh, nuh-uh." You know, that just shows really bad bias that can get you in trouble. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying Ross is doing anything. I'm just saying, guys, be smart. Like, look at what's actually going on sometimes. You know what I mean? I've learned from Ross. Like, the first day trading course, I remember it a long time ago. Just to show you, I'm not necessarily against Ross here. The first time I ever got involved with day trading, I was driving. I was a real estate agent, and I had this client. It was a husband and wife client, and they were looking for a house here in Texas. And so I showed them a bunch of houses here in Houston, like 30 or 40, like 30 houses. I showed these people like 30 houses. And so eventually they decided that they didn't want, they went MIA for like a week. And I was kind of pissed because it's like, dude, I showed y'all 30 houses. Y'all are just going to leave and not say anything, like wasting my time, because real estate agents don't get paid unless there's a deal. And eventually they call me back and they say, hey, we're moving to Killeen, Texas. And they were like, look, we appreciate everything you've done. Honestly, I really appreciate them because of this, because a lot of people aren't like this. But they said, look, we'll schedule a day. We'll pick out like 15 houses to look at on that specific day. And if you drive out to Killeen, which is like 2.5 hours from me, they were like, I promise we will pick a house that day. You know, well, we will certainly pick a house. We won't make you waste that trip. And so I said I agreed to it. And I ended up driving out to Killeen that day, which is 2.5 hours away, and I didn't have anything to do on that drive. And that's the first time I started Googling day trading, and I found Ross's free day trading course on YouTube. And I listened to that course the entire ride and learned about day trading. And that's really why I got involved with day trading at the time. And so what I'm trying to say is that I'm not against Ross. I've learned from Ross's free content just like everybody else. You know, I'm not against Ross. Like, I'm not anti-Ross here. But you gotta look at things for what they actually are. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same thing with stocks. Like, you should never fanboy a stock. Because when you do, you ignore obvious flaws in the stock. You know, and it makes you blind. You don't actually see it for what it is. You get emotional about it. Like, just check yourself out of it. Look at it for what it is. You know, you can learn things and you can avoid things, and that's fine. It doesn't mean they're good or bad. Like, you just gotta see it for what it actually is. Lesson, don't fanboy anybody. Not even me, you know. Like, my job is just to be a resource here for traders. So we're just a place for traders to learn. You know what I mean? I get some of you guys might appreciate, you know, the stream and like me and you know, you relate to me, and I get it. And I appreciate y'all. I really do. I love you all, you know. But look at things for what they are, you know. It'll save yourself some money. Yeah, but Ross takes larger shares than that too. And it's not even Ross trading it. Ross's following influences the stock more than his shares do. Alright, so it's pretty slow though, guys. I mean, it's been a really slow few days, to be honest. MTCR is trying. BNTC. RELI failed. MTR failed. Man. BTBT's kind of moving up some. MOXC still trying, but the volume is very light there. IHT just dumped, never came back. What happened to OCGN? Failed. I see ET here. I know AMC is still ripping up, so AMC is probably the best looking one right now. PALI? PLI has got to go up some. Like Earth Explorer, bro. To be honest, you sound really defensive, man. No offense to you, Earth, but you sound really defensive, bro. Like, I didn't say Ross made all of his money from his followers. Like, what are you talking about, dude? Like, y'all stop fanboying people, man. Like, you're never gonna look at it objectively if you do. All right? Like, again, I'm not against Ross. I think Ross has got some good free content. You know, would I pay for his premium course? No. And I think a lot of the people that do end up just being like, just fanboying them because they spent so much money on courses that they desperately need to justify that expense, and so they'll defend them no matter what. You know, They'll say, oh, these are the greatest people ever. And you don't want to fall into that group. Like, you don't want to be that loyal to anybody, you know, because then you're blind to specific things. Yeah, and let me put this into perspective for you guys, all right? Like, it's a slow day. There's nothing really moving, and so, like, we can go ahead and talk about it. But, for instance, say we got a stock like PALI here, right? PALI, this thing's got 3 million less, or 3 million or less in the float. Very tiny float. So there's only 3 million of these shares floating around for other people like us to trade, right? Only 3 million. So say somebody takes 100,000 shares of PALI, which we've all seen, you know, a lot of gurus take larger size than that. But say somebody buys 100,000 shares. Do you think that 100,000 share buy is not going to influence this stock? Of course it is. You know, and even more so, say we're watching PALI and we say, hey guys, and we got a following of, let's say, 6,000 people. 6,000 people watching this. And we say, hey, I'm buying in PALI here right now. What do you think's going to happen? You think that's not going to influence PALI? You think it's not going to go up with 6,000 people trying to buy it all at once? Of course it is. You know, that's just the obvious thing. And so sure, if you look at high float stocks, like if you look at GE billions in the float, you're not going to manipulate this thing. It's not going to work. The float's too large. But if we're talking specifically low float stocks like PALI, less than 3 million, that's very easy to manipulate. These type of stocks have their whole float rotated multiple times throughout the day, a lot of the time. This one has. It's been rotated almost 3 times, probably 3 times. That means the entire float has been bought up and sold 3 times, you know? And so, yeah, I mean, that happens. That's one of the reasons a lot of these gurus target such low float stocks to begin with. You know what I mean? Is because they're easily manipulated. They can manipulate them with their following fairly easily. And even if they can only make, you know, 5 to 10 cents, even if they can only make it move 5 to 10 cents, if you're taking hundreds of thousands of shares, you know, that's big money that you can make from it. That's how a lot of the gurus make their money, is from pumping up stocks with their following. You know, and it's what I try to avoid doing here. But again, I'm not against anybody. Like, I've learned a lot from Ross and a lot of other gurus too. You know, I'm not against them. But you can't turn a blind eye to what actually goes on just because you're loyal to them. You know what I mean? Like, it's just the reality. And it's a reality that traders got to understand. Like, y'all should want to understand this because it'll save you from getting stuck in some of these big crashes and some of these big pumps. It'll save you from getting wrapped up into it and ultimately save you money in the long run. Yeah. You know, see Sono here. Now, Sono's sitting at 34s. We're watching that. I don't know what it's going to do. We'll see. It's a slow down. It's a slow time. It's kind of like rehab after Dogecoin, AMC, GameStop right now. So it's just a slow time. That's what I usually do, gamer. That's what I usually do. Yeah, so gamer, that's most of the time what I do. You'll hear me mention the stocks. Like if you heard about, like, I'll talk about it. Like today I traded BNTC, and I, like 2 minutes before I got into this one, I said, hey, I like BNTC here. I'm definitely watching BNTC. I did the same thing this morning with RELI. I said, hey, RELI looks good. I'm thinking about getting into this. I just don't tell you guys exactly what I enter because it's going to influence a lot of these low float stocks. It will. Yeah, it's kind of like Me Too Earth, for sure, bro. Yeah, it's all. I'm not saying you can find most of the content in these courses for free on Google somewhere, somehow. I would never say you should find these courses out there on the internet in some deep, dark place of the internet somewhere. I'm not saying you should ever do that, and would I never do that, ever, guys. But this is the internet, you know? Here's RELI. RELI, ARRY is pushing up too. Yeah, I'm live every day, Roger. Y'all hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. Hey, well, thanks, Martin. I appreciate it, brother. Thank you, man. Yeah. Yeah, we're just trying to teach people, man. That's what we do here. I see RELI trying to get back up here. And, like, this is my P&L today, guys. Not a huge day. We're probably going to trade a little bit more. But small, but I'll take it. You know, green and everything. A little bit under $50 day. Here's WISA. WISA's popping up. Not the best volume, though. But we're watching WISA. But no losses, 100% accuracy today. That's what I'm most proud of. The last 3 or 4 days, I've been almost 100% accurate every day. I've had some 70% in there. I haven't had accuracy rate under 70% in weeks. I'll take it. I'm happy with that. We'll keep trying here. Find some different music, maybe. Let's see if we bounce right here real quick. Sorry, I'm looking for a new song that I haven't heard before, so hold on, guys. Let me find some better music. It's been a while. Heck, my phone just freaked out. Yeah, I'm watching RELI right now, guys. Alright, so I just scalped out of most of my position here in RELI. And with 50 shares now. Bought this pullback right here at 415. Slowly scaling out of the rest. Alright, so we're up about $31 on RELI. Alright, so we're up about $62 today, or $60 with MVIS. Not bad. Here's the P&L. We'll take it. 100% accuracy today, though. So honestly, I'm getting better, man. I'm getting better. I will say, like, my trading over the last, really over the last 3 months, my trading is drastically improved. Like, very much so, just drastically improved. I'm proud of it. I'm proud of it. It's a long road, and I know it's not huge gains, and I know somebody's sitting there like, bro, you made $60. Dude, my trading for a $15,000 account, making $60 a day, I'm happy with that. And my accuracy is what I'm even more so proud of, because it's been good. It's been good. I'll take it for sure. Andrew, I'm on TOS, so I just go to the monitor section. Oh, I'm definitely watching the fights, huh? Hey, thank you, Rob. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, what I tried to do, guys, is like once it crossed over the VWAP, and really the key to this last one is the volume. So like once volume came in, like look at this volume. So like once this came in, I bought this pullback right here. So like once we cross over the VWAP with good volume and then pull back to it, then I'm like, okay, well, I'll buy that, and then I just rode the rip. So yeah, so far we made $30 on RELI. We made $17 on FTech. With this is what we bought into on FTech, I'm pretty sure. We bought into this here and then rode this pop up. So we waited for it to cross the VWAP, pull back here, and then rode the bounce for FTech. We also got into, I think it was BNTC. Yeah, we got into BNTC here. Same kind of concept. We waited for it to break over the VWAP, and then we just bought this pullback right here. I'm pretty sure is what we got into. So we just waited for it to break over the VWAP. We bought the pullback here, rode the bounce up for BNTC, made a small win. And then the other one we got into was, what else did we trade? PALI? Did we trade that? No. IHT? No. I'll have to look up on my P&L. Okay, that's it. So we made money on BNTC, FTech, and RELI. So yeah. BNTC, $11, FTech, $17, and RELI, we made a cool 30. But yeah, I'm excited, man. It's exciting. It's really nice to have your trading just click. And like your scalping, this scalping system, I've just gotten a lot better at it. You know, I've gotten a lot better at it. More so, I've just been really accurate, and it feels good. Like, I'm the type of trader that puts a lot of weight on accuracy instead of risk reward. And so in order for me to be successful with my trading, I have to have good accuracy. And my accuracy, like I said, all week this week, over 70%. A lot of days, I've had 2 or 3 days this week where I didn't lose at all, where I made 100% accuracy, daily accuracy. Not daily accuracy, where I made 100% accuracy on that specific day. So there are a few days this week where I didn't lose at all, you know. And again, today was one of those days. Here's my P&L, you know, no losses. And yeah, we're still in the process of scaling up, but yeah, it's been fun. Alright, so here's PA or RELI pulling back some. We'll see if that actually holds. So here's the SPY. SPY has been ripping up today. Nah, too much trouble for that, Han. Too much trouble for that, brother. Specular, are those questions for me, bro? Alright, we're scalping out of the top step here. We're up about 200 on this last trade. We're going to see if we can get out the rest. Alright, so we just got out. We're up 212 on top step. We're trying to grinding on these. Who y'all talking about? Oh, you're not talking to me. I thought you were talking to me. I was like, Crypto Genesis, Specula, I didn't say it is, and personally I don't care, I'm saying, let me see. I'm happy for you, John, but it's hard to make a living with less than $100 a day. Yeah, I'm going to pause the music, and I think this is a really good topic. Alright, so I'm going to talk about this. It's all good, crypto. But yeah, just try to listen to me and try to really understand what I'm going to say here. Okay? In the beginning of your trading, you should not be trying to make a living from trading, right? You shouldn't be. That should be a scaled up thing, right? Like you should scale your account into that. So like if you can grow your account enough, or if you get good enough and you have the extra money to put the money in and make a living from it, great. But a lot of new traders and a lot of traders that aren't consistently profitable in the market yet have that mentality where they're like, oh, I'm in this to make money. You know, making $50 a day isn't worth it for me. I'm in this to make money. And in turn, they just end up losing 1,000 times more than they really need to. Like, I'm not claiming to be a professional trader. I'm not claiming to live off of my trading profits. I'm certainly not doing so. But what I am doing is I'm scaling up my account slowly with a $15,000 account. If you think that you're going to be able to take a $15,000 account and you're going to be able to make enough money to sustain and live off of, y'all are crazy. Like, of course that's not going to happen. And to be honest, I'm slowly adding money to this account, but it's a slow process. I only really started trading penny stocks less than a year ago. And so do you think I'm going to overexert myself just to look cool? Absolutely not. Like, I'm going to trade a reasonable account size. Like, you shouldn't be trying to live off of your trading profits with a $15,000 account. That makes no sense. And anybody that tells you that that's feasible is just trying to sell you something, to be completely honest. And so what you have to look out for in this world is people trying to sell you a dream. Like, you don't need to buy into it. Like, the smart people recognize it for what it is. The new young people get manipulated and are gullible enough to fall for it. It's not going to be like that. For most people, it's going to take years to learn how to be successful in trading. Years. It's not something that's going to happen in 2 months. You know, at least it's not for a large majority of people. And so, sure, I'm trading I'm trading conservatively with a $15,000 account. But that $50 a day is a huge gain for a $15,000 account. And again, if you don't think that is, you're the ones that you're the guru's prime target. You're their prime target. You're their prime customer. You're who they're shooting for here. And so what you got to understand is, like, sure, $50 a day isn't enough to live completely off of. Absolutely not. Nobody's claiming that whatsoever. But I'm not trying to live solely off of my trading profits with a $15,000 account. That's not feasible. And I'm in the unique situation where I make enough money from this YouTube channel to be able to trade with house money. I make money every day regardless of what my account looks like at the end of the day. But that's a unique situation to me because I built up this community, and most people don't have it like that. And so most people, you're going to want to take it slow. Like, don't quit your job. Don't get a loan out for your trading if you're not incredibly profitable. Like, incredibly profitable over a long period of time. Because again, that's going to put too much pressure on you to succeed. But what you got to do is you got to understand, look, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You're not going to get rich next month with your trading profits if you're a brand new trader and just ride off into the sunset. You know, it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Like, you're going to lose in the beginning. At least a large majority of the people do. And if you don't lose in the beginning, you're probably just lucky, to be honest. But like, a lot of new traders get their pride in the way. And so instead of learning and building a system with small size, as they should, they say, oh, I'm in this to make money. $50 a day isn't enough to live off of. That's right, it's not. You shouldn't be trying to live off of your trading profits in your first year or two. That's not feasible. That's not realistic. And you got to look at it realistically here, guys, because it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. Listen, if you want to be a professional trader, you need to take it incredibly slow. Understand, you're going to have to put in years of work before you make money doing this. You know, and I know that's not what the courses say. I know the courses say, oh, just buy my course. Look at me. I turned $1,000 into $100,000 in 2 months. All you got to do is buy my course, and you'll figure it out. That's BS. It's complete nonsense. They're trying to get you emotional so you'll pay for a course. That's too expensive. That's all it is. And so look at it for what it really is, guys. Like, it's not something that you're going to get rich quick off of. It takes a long time, and you need to be trading the appropriate to be successful. If you don't, you're just throwing money away. You're just throwing money away. Anyways. Alright, let me catch back up with the chat. I'm going to put some music back up. Alright. Like a light lighting up in the dark. I just want to find instrumentals here. But yeah, no, Crypto's good. I didn't think he was attacking me. It didn't sound like he was. I appreciate everybody having my back, but Crypto's good. You know what I mean? Like, he was just saying for him $100 a day isn't worth it. You know, which I understand. You know, I understand. It's not going to be, listen, a lot of people aren't going to live off of $100 a day. That's not really feasible. You know? Yeah, I don't know what happened. We got a little hiccup in the stream. Hey, no worries, Ramona. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, 100% Martin. Yeah, I remember the good old days, Han. The good old days, bro. Yeah, since my stream's cutting out and doing some weird stuff, we're probably just going to resume tomorrow, guys. I'm probably done for the day. I did make about $215 in futures, so if you guys want to check out the futures market, check out Top Step. Top Step funds traders in both Forex and futures. And, you know, so if you're a new trader and you don't want to risk all that money that comes with being a new trader, speaking of sizing, guys, check out Top Step. Top Step, they fund traders in futures or Forex. They give you a demo account. They have individual packages, right? The base one's $30K, but they've got packages all the way up to over $100K. And the $30K package is $120 for the first month if you use my link and get the 20% off. Now, Top Step is really good because it allows you to risk less as a beginner. You can spend $120, get a Top Step account, and if you can hit their profit target while following the rest of their rules and conditions, then you get funded in that, you get that $30K funding. So basically, if you can hit their profit target while following their rules on that $30K demo, then they fund you the same amount as the demo. So again, the base one's $30K, so you get $30K in funding once you hit the profit target. They have packages from $30K all the way up to over $100K. And again, they're regulated in the US. They paid out millions of dollars this year alone and last year, and they funded over 6,000 traders last year in 2020. And then once you get funded, there's an 80% profit split. So if you, on my account, for instance, I've got the 50K package. If I can hit 3K in profit without hitting the max loss, I get $50,000 in funding. And so say I make $1,000. Once I'm funded, say I make $1,000 net, I keep 800, they keep 200. And so I think it's a good option. It's a way for new traders to risk less and try to get funded. And even if you're a new trader, or even if you're a good trader and you want to try to get funded that way in the futures market, you can and try to make some money. And there's no PDT rule in futures or Forex. There's no PDT rule here, and so I think it's a good option if you're trying to learn. Check out the link here. Yeah, I got kids. I could never live off of $100 a day. No way, bro. Another way to help support your boy here is by go check it out Webull. If you open up an account on Webull, boom, you get a free stock. If you deposit $100, boom, you get another free stock. There's 0 commissions on Webull. You don't have any commissions there. Free paper trading. So if you're a new trader and you want to learn and you need a resource for traders, Webull's a great resource. Free paper trading. You can practice, learn. Great platform for beginners. 0 commissions. Better than Robinhood. And you can check them out here. I'll post this link if you want to see it. There's Webull link. Check it out. You can also go check out Benzinga. And Benzinga has been incredibly helpful for me today. We found a lot of good stuff on Benzinga. We looked up some stocks. Benzinga scans are right here on the left. We also have these really dope scans, and it's super thorough, more thorough than you can even see here on this channel. If you want to check out Benzinga, I'll post this link. Again, guys, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I know this past week has been a little bit short. We haven't been streaming as long. We've been starting it a little bit late. Like I said, I got an IV in my arm from this infection that I've been battling for the last month or so, and so it's been no fun, but I appreciate all the kind words of support. If you want to help support the channel, listen, I'll get some sympathy, views, and likes. Hit the subscribe button, guys. Do it now. You know, it'll make me feel better. You know, hit the subscribe button. I appreciate the love. I genuinely do, and we'll see you guys next time. Have a good day, and, you know, thanks for watching, guys. Love you all. Have a good day, team. Oh, and for right now on Webull, you get 4 free stocks for the next 2 weeks on Webull. So sign up to Webull, guys. 4 free stocks. What? If you open up an account, deposit $100, 4 free stocks? That's a great return on your money. Check out Webull. Look in the description or in the chat, and I'll see you guys later.